Give me your attention, baby.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Game Chat. I'm Chris, and with me today we have Nathan. Say hello.
Hello.
For audio people. Kate.
Hey guys.
And Jake.
Hi.
We're going to talk about all the latest gaming news and upcoming 2019 games that we're looking forward to. But first, we've got a couple of new shows that we want to try and plug on the channel that are coming up soon. So over to Kate and Jake.
The best new shows.
Yeah, we're pretty awesome.
So coming up pretty soon. Is it this week you're going to start putting them up?
It'll be after this, yes.
Yeah. We got Kingdom Hearts Catch Up. So if you're excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 and you want to try and
Make sense of the story.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
pretty.
If you can.
We've nailed it. We have nailed it.
yeah, I
It
think
makes
we
sense
have.
after you watch the videos.
It took a long time, but we condensed it down into what we feel is actually a pretty easy to follow
Yeah.
story. So hopefully it helps some people out because it's very, very confusing.
Did you get confused while doing it?
Of
Oh, God,
course,
yeah.
yeah.
I was only driven to drink twice,
That's quite good.
and that was before I'd even started.
And then also coming up is a podcast we are calling BioWare Bays. And it's just basically me and Jake talking about BioWare games, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, a little bit of Anthem, lots of stuff thrown in there. And we are going to expand on that a lot.
Throughout
So
the
if
year.
you're
It's a good time.
if you're a Dragon
It's
Age
a good
fan, we got a lot coming.
We got you.
Also planning a Devil May Cry series for people who are excited for Devil May Cry 5. Going to go back through the story. Only the ones that are canon. We don't talk about the other one.
Even though it was apparently really good.
It was really good, but it's not in the canon. So
Fair
that's
enough.
gone now, that's dead.
Fair enough.
I don't know her.
Whiskey
Yeah.
should.
And potentially a Resident Evil series too. We got a lot planned. We're gonna
Wow,
go hard
nice
at
to
this. So there you go.
Cool.
So watch out for those.
So first, we're going to go straight into the news. Biggest news story of, the last few weeks is that Bungie have split with Activision. They've had a divorce and they're getting to keep the kids because they get to keep Destiny.
This is the best news we've had in a very long
Bungie
time.
is
For
the
Destiny
current
fans, yeah.
situation.
This comes after the two companies have had a lot of tension between them over, I think it's 8 years they've been together. And basically Bungie told their employees during the team meeting that it was fantastic news for the studio and that they'd long grown sick of dealing with its publisher, which I love how they're just
No shit's given.
that's
Just,
come out
Yeah,
and
full bar.
and
yeah.
the best bit is the employees cheered and popped champagne according to the person who's there.
This is that part in.
I feel sorry if
Ace
there was any
Ventura.
representative of Activision in that meeting.
It's the part of Ace Ventura when Nature calls when he says he's going to leave the temple and he's really sad to go and all the
And
monks
they're
are
all just
partying
like,
in the
yeah.
background. That's what that is.
I'm not shocked about this, to be honest.
Do you know that only I got regrets that they didn't leave sooner? Because then
Yeah.
Destiny could have been a lot better before now, and maybe Kay didn't have to die to get some people interested in the game again.
Yeah. I mean, they come out saying that they enjoyed a successful 8-year run, and would like to thank Activision for their partnership, which they have to say at the end of the day,
Yeah.
as I see it.
It's a nicety.
Yeah. Looking ahead, they're excited to announce plans for Activision to transfer publishing rights for Destiny to Bungie. With their remarkable Destiny community, they're ready to publish on their own, while Activision will increase their focus on their own IP projects.
So they're going
I
to
feel like that's a bit of a dig to Activision at the end. They're like, you don't own this now.
Spyro and Crash every year. There's going to
Call
be
of Duty.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's going to become. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be like Spyro and Crash every single year, Call of Duty style, and they're going to get Uzis and stuff.
Oh god, they're going to give Spyro a gun.
Is it bad to
Okay.
say that?
Well, this motherfucker.
They already give Crash a bazooka, to be fair, so...
And in fact, when is it going to end?
This is true. I'm happy about this news.
Destiny's got the fan base to carry this on their own.
Yeah.
They don't need Activision.
I feel like they built Destiny with Activision to gain the fan base. Now they've got the fan base. They don't need Activision to
It's a great
give them money.
game with a terrible,
just live off this
story.
Yeah.
And now they're
And
not
I
being
think
held
part
back.
of that is they've been held back by Activision because they've been told that they got the annualised schedule they've got to bring out, a new Destiny game or expansion every year, and that was in the contract. That's no longer in the contract now.
Obviously, that doesn't give you enough time to work on things that you actually want to do.
No,
basically, what was happening
It's forcing you to put out content that might not be finished or as polished as
they
it
were
could be, I suppose.
basically, you could tell what they were doing is, so like the Taken King was in the game, but it was locked.
Yeah, it's holding back content.
And then,
for
so they released the
the
Taken
autumn
King,
release next year.
and it come out on its own disc. So you could buy the Taken King version of Destiny.
Okay.
And it's kind of done the same thing with the Forsaken. Is Forsaken available on disc?
Yes.
That's the thing. So it's like, instead of just adding to the game or putting it in there in the first place where it should be, because like, there's doors in there.
Yeah.
The areas are there.
People
you can
glitched
see,
into
you can
these
see
areas.
through them.
All right.
And they're in the area. They're in the game already.
So they're in the game. They just were locked until people paid for them. Essentially, is what it was.
And paid another £40 or something.
It's
Which
the
is like-
season pass is ridiculous.
Yeah.
No,
but
sorry, not the season pass. Like when the next one comes
the
out,
DLC is just
and you're just paying for the same game again. It's just
it is
a joke.
basically because people can wait, pay £40, get Forsaken, and they get everything from the original Destiny 2. So
And everything up until that point.
up to that point, and they're getting it for the same price, but you're paying it twice. If you paid it for the first, you got the first one and that. So it is a bit stupid.
Everyone knows that the best way to have a fan base is to punish loyal fans, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's, yeah.
There's a lot of raging Destiny fans. I mean, they're probably happy now, but like they rage a lot, and but they still stay.
It's a good
just
game.
It's weird.
It's a good. The
They're in
gameplay
an
is
abusive
amazing.
relationship.
Yeah, literally.
That's exactly what it is.
I've actually never played
But
it.
I've never thought it was Bungie's fault in the first place. I've always thought Activision. I mean, they're a publisher. They've got to do what they've got to do. But at the end of the day,
Do they? Or do they just choose to do it because they like money?
well, yeah. But at the end of the day, I see it. You got to see it from the business point of view. They're a business. They've got to make
Popping
money.
that peppers.
They're a business. They've got to make money.
Yeah.
It's like everyone hates what EA do, but you can see why they make their decisions in terms of business because it makes them the most money. But
Business.
it's not good for the
Business.
gamers necessarily.
Numbers! Unikit is ruining EA, that's what it is. With the drawn-on glasses and the drawn-on tie in the business room, that's 100% what it
But
is.
they said they're come out saying they continue to deliver on the existing Destiny roadmap and looking forward to releasing more seasonal experiences in the coming months, as well as surprising their community with some exciting announcements on what lies beyond. So I imagine,
It's
they
like coming
even
back from the
announced. I don't know.
Is he even dead?
I don't know.
Is
I haven't
he
done
100%
it yet.
dead?
I ain't finished
I
it yet.
refuse to play that season. I don't want to play it. I'm not interested.
But they've already announced the roadmap brings out more content, like shorter bits of content, but more frequently instead of just like a big drop in autumn.
That's like
Which
what
is better.
they did with that with
Keeps
Final
people
Fantasy, and they did it with the new Tomb Raider. Like they released the schedule. I know Tomb Raider 100% flopped, and then Final Fantasy went back on everything they said.
Yeah.
But the plan was there.
Yeah.
The plan was there.
Do you know Tomb Raider? I don't even know how to get to that DLC. Like I've got it, I just don't physically know
What,
how
the co-op
to
too?
play
I
it.
access
bought
it.
the special edition, so I get everything anyway.
Yeah, so
And I'm
You haven't
like,
played it.
no.
It's still here. Like I borrowed it, and it's still here. You know.
Yeah, you
Back.
can.
you can figure out how to access it.
Let me perish.
Let me perish.
But it's like only be good news for Destiny
Yeah,
and
100%.
Bungie. So and every all other developers loved it. They're all just like glad to see Bungie getting out from under Activision. It's
Phil
like,
Spencer
bloody
sending
hell.
out his tweets. Phil Spencer's paving the way. He's like, I want to see what you both do on your separate ways. And that's code for Phil Spencer being like,
We want
Bungie,
back.
you want to
Want to come back
come
and do
over
Halo?
back over to the Xbox? Yeah,
Hashtag free BioWare.
yeah. Well, yeah.
They might be next.
Phil, if anyone can do it for us, it's Phil.
But yeah, that's Bungie. Like that's good news.
I
I'm
think
happy
it
with
is.
it. Hopefully, we get to see.
These two are just here like, yes, we're very good because they've never played
Yes.
Destiny like once in their entire life.
I played it a little bit.
Did great. Didn't like it. Didn't go great.
I just didn't get it.
I installed it once.
The last time I played it,
But then I had to
still
delete it to
Peter
play
Dinklage.
other games that I wanted to
Peter
play.
Dinklage.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, you're so like, it's not enough now. They replaced the Dinklebot's gone, it's not
It's
enough.
also free now. What was for a bit?
Oh,
I
too
know
late.
it is now.
You missed it, guys. To be fair, you could probably go
One
into
tier,
DX
one
and
single
buy
tier.
Destiny for like...
2 quid.
Probably. Next up on the news, we've got the update schedule for Kingdom Hearts 3's launch week.
Yes.
This is clever.
The
People are
update
hating on
schedule
it.
for Kingdom Hearts 3's launch week is I'm going to be sick. No, I'm not. Just in case, no, I'm not.
So basically, the plan is they're not going to put the epilogue and the secret ending in.
So they're not putting the ending in?
This is a secret ending.
No, the actual end of the game is on the disc.
Yeah,
Right,
this
okay.
is extras.
It's not Mass Effect 3 all over again,
No,
is it?
but
No.
the epilogue and the secret ending, which normally, if you look back to how they used to do it, they used to be on the Japan only final mix edition. So
Yeah.
we're lucky we're even getting shit at all. so,
yeah, to be fair.
so they're adding those in
Mm-hmm.
the days after release to stop them from getting leaked.
Yeah.
The game
That's-
gets
yeah,
leaked,
that's
which
good
it did.
Yeah, we
So-
did.
So like, are they releasing them?
Literally the day after and the day
The
after.
Oh,
epilogue
that's not so bad.
release on Wednesday the 30th, which is the day after, and the secret movie releases on Thursday the 31st.
Mm-hmm.
The secret ending is somehow tied into the difficulty level that you play the game on.
Yeah.
There's criteria for it.
So if you play on easy mode, it's the bitch ending.
No,
If you play on easy mode, you finish the game, then you go watch it on YouTube.
pretty
Sorted.
much. It's basically how you unlock the secret ending. It was the same with Kingdom Hearts 2
Yeah.
and Birth by Sleep. Like, if you play on easy mode, it's really, really difficult to unlock. But if you play on, like, it's not Nightmare mode, but whatever I think it's Proud mode or something
Is
like that.
the
Super Disney mode.
Then it's, like, I think there's, like, a way easier chance. So.
is there a the Kingdom Hearts 2 one? Is it
Yeah.
the one where you see the squad in the kingdom
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
graveyard?
Yeah.
Well, that's bullshit then, because I played it on easy mode and I got the secret ending.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's
I don't
not,
know.
like, the hardest.
I don't know how true that is. Also, they're adding this thing called the memory archives, which basically is videos to catch up on the
To catch up.
story.
Basically,
But you don't want to watch that.
But you
shit.
can watch their
You
videos
want to
instead.
watch our videos instead. That's what you want to do. Please.
They probably want to go a lot more in depth anyway and
Yeah.
explain things.
Yeah, we actually
Put
do.
it this way, Square Enix had one chance to explain it already and made it super confusing.
Yeah, they made the
We've
whole like
clarified it.
remaster of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
games.
So
Honest-
don't
honest
give them a
what's
second
going on.
chance.
No, come and watch that. It's so easy. Our one's so easy and so well done. You will understand it.
And you get to
To be
sit and look
fair-
at these faces.
To be fair,
Obviously,
I know
we wouldn't
nothing
wanna do
about Kingdom Hearts. No, I understood it. Mostly.
That's the thing. Like, we're actually pretty proud of this. We're not bragging. We're actually like, when we did it, we're like, you know what? This makes sense now. Even
Nailed
even it clarified it to us.
I went into
You're gonna
it.
watch it before you watch your own videos
Yeah.
before you play the game.
I've edited it. I've watched it twice. I've done my revision on it.
I went into making that video with the expectation that it would actually somehow confuse me more,
No, we did it.
but it didn't.
So, you know,
That's good.
if you want to get yourself all ready. Or even just watch the ones for the games that you didn't play. Just saying.
Or just watch
Either
one.
way, prepare to learn
Well, if you feel
and understand what's
feel
going
basic,
on.
just
There
watch
will
one.
be a quiz at the end.
Who is Xehanort? Well,
Which
Which one?
I know now.
Exactly.
We've also got some Final Fantasy news. Final
boy.
Fantasy 10 and 10 Part 2 is coming to the Switch and Xbox April the 1st.
Good news for you guys that play on those
Is that
consoles.
good? I'm not a Final Fantasy person.
He likes those
I mean-
ones, so you can take this away. I don't like them ones.
I like them, but I've already got them on PlayStation, so I don't care.
Would
Yeah,
you play them
I
on
agree.
Switch? Would you, if you had the choice when they come out, to play it on Switch or PlayStation? Which would you choose?
PlayStation, because it was originally a PS2 game,
Mm.
so it makes most sense to play it on PlayStation.
But maybe if you've played it before and it's like nostalgic and you want to play it on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think play it on the
If
go.
playing on the go
Is
is
it the kind of game that
important
would
to
be good for playing on the go?
I don't think it
No.
would.
No.
I think the older ones are perfect for the Switch.
Yeah. I think 10 out of all of them, 7, 9 and 10 probably would suit the Switch more.
Yeah. But late last year, sorry, they said that 7 was coming to the Xbox and the Switch, 9 was coming to the Xbox and the Switch.
Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah, but like they've announced that 10 and 10 Part 2 are coming on the 1st of April.
And the Chocobo
The
one.
30th of April. But they haven't said anything about them. They have not got
Yeah.
release dates, so nobody knows what's going on with them. And as per usual, the best one, Final Fantasy VIII, has not got no news. So
No.
I'm hoping that this is just...
Maybe no news is good news.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it just means that when they finally finish with 7,
What would you
They
rather
can make
get?
8 again.
Like a remaster
Yeah.
or a remake?
A remake.
Like, well,
A
then
re-
again,
or a
you've got to
remake,
get
yeah.
7 yet.
I'd just like to point out for the people that can't see that it says still ignored, frowny face, boo bitch. Because
I read this.
I was
That's quite
like,
funny.
I was like, and number 8's like, getting no more shit again. And that's my Mr. Angry Face.
I think what makes me absolutely fuming about it is the fact that they're doing fucking Crystal Chronicles, the spin-off game that nobody cares about.
I've never even heard of that.
Anybody care?
Literally nobody
Didn't
cares.
even know they existed. There's too many Final Fantasy games.
No, there's not enough.
That's an opinion.
It's my opinion! If you are struggling to understand Final Fantasy, me
I
and
know
Jake
a good series that you
have got a
can
good
watch.
series planned that can help you.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is nothing but shameless self-sponsoring.
This is me and Jake coming to hijack just to promote our section of the channel.
In other news, Division 2 coming out in March.
This
It
is
won't be coming
controversial.
to Steam
Yeah,
initially.
brave.
Instead,
Yeah.
on the PC, it's going to launch on the Epic Store platform. Epic Games.
Can't blame them. Because
I understand completely why.
Steam want like 30% of sales and Epic Game only want 12%. So what are they going to do? Like, it's not.
It's
no
a
brainer.
no-brainer.
It's all about that dosh again.
I imagine it's still going to release on Uplay.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
not
got
the
it.
only place you can get it on PC because obviously it's a Ubisoft game. But they've apparently talked about going into 2019. They want to put more games on Epic Games.
A lot of people have come out and said
Which,
it, haven't
you
they?
know what? At the end of the day, they only released like the Epic Games thing store like a month back, a couple of months back last year, and it's just because like Fortnite's paved way for this.
Yeah.
Like they've done so well at Fortnite, and they've now become the new Steam.
But do you think
And they're
being
gonna
on
have to-
something like that where you can't just get it from what you'd usually get it from is going to harm the sales of it all?
I think The Division's one of those weird. I really love The Division. I really like the first one. And then a lot of people didn't like it. It hasn't really got... I wouldn't say it's got that big of a fan base.
I
You
think-
never
I
really
think-
hear anyone
I
going
think a lot of
crazy
people
about
give
it.
the
What do
second
you
one a
have
go because like
We've got it on Xbox, PC. And I think I'll potentially have it on PlayStation as well. I love that game. I'm so into that game.
it's
Me
also
and Jamie
the
were
first one
You're
is
into
on
it.
Game Pass.
If you want to play some of one again, no, I'll get it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I actually
Game Pass.
did want to try it.
It's going off Game Pass though. It's leaving.
Yeah, when that comes out though.
Oh,
Sick.
there you go. Sorted. I loved it. Me and Jamie went hard with that game. You guys didn't care, and me and Jamie were just there like, get on the Division.
No, because when we were picking characters, I got the one I didn't want to be because no one else wanted it, and I can be the good one.
I've got a portable turret called Steve.
But
And Jamie's got a drone.
We all need
I
a
think
Steve.
it might be called Richard.
Everyone
I'm
needs
not
a Steve.
sure.
Everyone needs a Steve.
I'm
I
just
did
like,
really want to try it when it
it's
came
so
out, but it came out when I was a broke bitch.
yeah,
So
I feel that.
I'm not rich anymore, so it's all good.
Now it's a rich.
that gift of that real
I'm
house,
getting
like,
money.
I am rich.
But yeah, I think that's a good thing for the Epic Games. I think it get some promotion basically because like that's a big game. That's a big win.
Not that they need it,
They don't, but like
because everyone's like Fortnite crazy.
well, yeah, but like they haven't got many big games. That's the first big, huge game that's
The Game Awards
only
were
going on the
like
Epic thing.
a lot of people were like, oh, it's
Yeah,
coming to
there's
the
a lot of
Epic
the
Games
indie small
Store.
games,
Yeah,
but that's the
You
first
gotta
big
start
game.
somewhere.
Yeah, that fair play to them. They're going to be they're the Epic Games are the next big thing.
Epic.
They're Epic.
Epic.
We've also got what some people saw as disappointing news.
this was hilarious.
I don't even play this franchise, and I'm kind of disappointed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
He
too.
comes to mine and he literally buffed through the door and he was like, you know, the Alien sequel.
Well, I haven't said what the news is yet. Give me a chance.
And I was like, the Alien sequel's a mobile game, isn't it? And he was like, yes. I was like, that was obvious. So the way he said it, he had that glint in his eye, like,
But yeah.
I knew it was going to be shit.
So in case you didn't hear that, that's the Alien sequel.
So they've announced a sequel to Alien Isolation, and everyone was overhyping this, saying, "Oh my god, it's going to be amazing! It's going to be like the last one." But like,
But wasn't
On
the
main
first one
consoles.
like critically acclaimed? Wasn't it?
yeah,
like
it was amazing.
super amazing.
Everyone loved it. And then
And then you're gonna make a sequel to this
the
amazing
problem-
game.
What they did wrong was like they teased
And put it on
it,
phones.
saying, "Oh, sequel coming," blah blah blah. And they were like saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's the same character from Isolation." So
It is, he's
and
Ripley's daughter,
they're
isn't it?
like, yeah, Amanda, I think.
Yeah.
And they're teasing it, and then they even had some like kind of weird stuff going on in the Game Awards, where it's like in between trailers they had like a flash or whatever,
That's pretty cool.
and like overhyping it to like this level, and then everyone's like, "Oh, it's a mobile game,"
Yeah, but it is made by the people who made Adventure Nope.
and
Avengers
Marvel
Puzzle.
Puzzle Quest.
I like that. I like that game. I
What
played
is
that
that?
for like 4 days straight. I
I didn't know what
deleted
it
it.
was, so I was just taking the piss on
Oh
it.
no! It's basically like a matchup 3.
As if she knew.
But you have you have 3 Marvel heroes. You have like Iron Man, Cap, Storm.
Is that Marvel Puzzle Quest?
Yeah, and then so Cap's the blue
It's
one,
probably
obviously. Iron Man's the red one. Storm's the black orbs.
Okay.
And when you match 3 of them up, they get a power and they fight at the top of the screen. The enemy.
So it's like Bejeweled, but with
It's
added
basically
hero capabilities.
it's like Bejeweled, but people are.
But
fighting
people
on
like
top.
it.
People are fighting on top, and you get like you like buy you earn you can buy them, but you earn like things, and you buy new comic books, and you get new heroes. It's quite good. I quite like it.
I think there's a Family Guy game that's exactly like that, but instead of fighting, they just get progressively more drunk.
The way I see it though, it's like
Same.
I was going to say that's Friday nights.
What is a
When the
Switch
people
if not
you're-
a kind of mobile?
yeah, it's not that.
No, at the base of it,
Yeah, but like
it's,
you
you
can take
know-
proper console game on it. Proper
yeah,
games.
but Marvel's the new Avengers, Marvel's Alliance.
But the thing is,
just
what
a
the way
mobile game
it's just
on
the marketing
Switch.
of this, like they're teasing it, but like they're not the people they're teasing it to.
I'm not mobile.
I'm not the mobile crowd. They're not
No,
the people
that's
seeing
true.
that. And then it just come out.
They ain't sitting at home playing Bubble Witch Saga.
I mean, the premise of the
Oh,
mobile
are they?
game. They're giving a description of the game here. It's like
My
try-
dad's gonna be
Esports.
sick at the new Alien game.
Sorry to all the Bubble Witch Saga fans. Sorry because you have bad taste in games, you know. I'm just...
First podcast, and he's getting controversial.
If you want to be a Bubble Witch esports player, go ahead.
Is there a thing?
I hope
That
so.
just seems. No,
They're
don't,
giving
because
a-
some of them levels get really hard.
They've given a little. They're giving a little description of the game, which doesn't sound like a Bubble Witch type game. To be fair. Try to stay alive while trapped aboard a crippled Weyland-Yutani space station carrying a deadly xenomorph, as it tirelessly hunts you down and the crew. Outsmart the perfect hunter by making perilous choices. Survives 7 fear-inducing levels by remotely guiding Amanda Ripley's crew through increasingly challenging tasks
Oh, damn, a
using
whole
only the station's emergency systems. Now that, to me, sounds like Five Nights at Freddy's,
To be
but
fair,
with the alien.
Oh,
some
yeah.
games
It kinda
don't
does,
even
doesn't
have
it?
7 levels. So,
True.
like,
So like, I feel like that does fit like the mobile thing because like Five Nights at Freddy's was originally a mobile game,
yeah.
so that fits it. Yeah,
But didn't it not release as a mobile game
Yeah, it
until
released
like,
as, like-
years after it released?
Well, yeah, but it released it releases like they aim for it to be a mobile game at first, but like released on PC and all that. But,
And then
like,
obviously it got a lot more following
this
than
isn't
they
released on
expected, I
PC or
think.
anything. It's just mobile, but like it will work.
Mm.
It like sounds like it could be a fun mobile game. Something not you know put loads of hours into it.
Port it to the Switch, and everyone won't view it as a
Oh,
mobile game. Simple as.
Yeah, but like everyone hated on this and saying like they wanted a proper sequel.
It's
But-
is there
so
controversy
then-
again?
because they didn't learn the lesson for what Diablo did,
Yeah.
and then Diablo fucked up. I feel like if you're going to announce a mobile game, you do what Bethesda did with Fallout Shelter. You announce it the same time you're announcing your big game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then people are like, I'm hyped for Fallout 4. I'll go play Fallout Shelter up to that point.
Mm.
But you're doing it just all wrong with this, with Alien and Diablo. But they've had to, because of the controversy behind it and everyone, the backlash, they've had to come out and say that there's more Alien games are in the works, including ones with Amanda Ripley in. So we know the game's coming, but they've had to come out and say.
So does that mean the mobile game's going to be non-canon?
No, it'll be canon.
No, it has to be.
But I reckon.
Well, it's going to have the same
Before.
story, but...
I don't know, it might be
More than
before the
7
next
levels.
one. I
More
don't
than
know.
7
I
levels.
assume she stays alive throughout the whole game. So,
It sounds similar to what BioWare did after they announced Anthem, and they were like, don't worry, we're still making single-player games, don't hate us.
Also, you say that, but I've never seen the Alien movies, but I've read... I know.
Oh my god.
But I've read the premise of them, and spoiler alert if you haven't watched them either. Apparently, one of them, the main character dies. Is it Sigourney Weaver?
yeah, then she comes back.
And then she comes back as a clone,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's a whole
Yeah.
thing, and
We don't count.
So-
We don't count those movies.
well,
You only
you say that, but you said, well, I think Amanda will stay alive, but you know, they've pulled this bullshit before, you know, they
the
do it again.
first 2, and then Prometheus and the new one.
Yeah,
They're
they've
the
kind
only
of
like.
discounted those
yeah.
crappy ones now. It's great. The
But
one where the little
Prometheus is
alien
crap
gets
as
sucked
well.
out a hole about that big in space. And I'm like,
Mm.
and it's gross, but it's like, and it looks like a human, and it's weird, and no one liked that film. Did anyone like that film?
Thanks for coming to Chris's TED Talk.
Anyway, worst alien film. Best alien film is Aliens. We all know this.
I agree.
No, the best Alien films are the Predator films.
Oh, I
Not Alien versus Predator. No.
The best Alien films are the Predator films.
Aliens
I
are
like
like
that.
bitch.
See, I want to agree with you, but I don't know, you know. I think look, as cool as Predator is, aliens aren't that bitches.
Aliens are G.
Disney owns Fox now, so the Xenomorph is a Disney princess.
Yeah, actually, that's a.
I love that thing. Have you seen it where it's like
Queen.
coming up the stairs? It's got like a dress on.
They're going to have people dressed as Disneyland.
I hope so.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Is that Predator Fox?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Let
Imagine
them
a
fight.
Disney acting versus Predator movie.
Bring back Disney Infinity, put Alien and Predator in it. Sorted.
Alien and
Franchise
Predator should come into Avengers Endgame to help fight Thanos. Predator could fight Thanos.
Owned by
100%.
Disney, that means they could appear in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god! You go into the spaceship.
Just saying, that would make things
and
interesting.
You guys just walk around the ship hoping that the alien doesn't find you.
Donald gets like taken by a facehugger or something.
Donald gets 8.
Shame.
Oh my god, can you imagine a Donald
Crispy duck.
alien?
Kill me.
I was going to say, maybe if he'd heal me more often, I would care. But you then.
But yeah, basically that's all the news. Not much news. At the start of the year, it's one of them where you have to wait until
Bit of a dead thing.
Some good
probably
games
like
come out.
E3 to get some news. But normally we go on to what games we've been playing, but because there's not really been many new games coming out, and
I've been playing a lot of games recently.
but we've just been playing older games.
Give
from,
us a quick one for what you've been playing.
I'll run through what you've been
Well,
playing.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption, but obviously I've stopped playing that because I've been playing other things that have been like newer. But
Why are you being so cryptic about it?
What have you been playing?
well, I have been playing Red Dead Redemption, which when I first started it, I hated it.
Same as me.
Basically because I wanted to explore. Obviously, you've got this environment you can look at. It's really nice to look at, all this stuff. You've got things to see. But I have a habit of just walking off and just going in a random direction,
Yeah.
forgetting my horse. So it wasn't until I'm 20 minutes down, I don't know, east, I don't know, some direction. And I'm like, right, I need to get back to my camp now. And it's like, your horse can't find you.
I hate that.
And I'm
The
like,
worst thing about
okay, so I have to walk all the way back. Like,
To
it's
the
fun
horse.
on the way, but then walking back, it's like, wow, this is so boring. I've never been more bored in my entire life.
I feel like that's just a life of a RPG game, so we don't.
Yeah.
We
No,
don't do that.
it does get to you in Red Dead. Where it's
But there's not really, there is fast travel, but you have to, like, travel to the fast travel, and it's a whole thing.
You can't
It's just
fast
not,
travel
yeah,
to the fast travel.
yeah. That's annoying. But I've not actually finished the game yet, but from the story that I've played so far, I've actually really enjoyed it. So that's good. I've also been playing Fallout 76, again,
Ooh.
controversial.
Yeah.
Nathan took one for the team.
I took one for the team. I quite like it. I think it's basically the same as Fallout 4, and it is. Like,
Less NPCs.
if you ignore all the player characters, then it's the same. Like, it's basically the same game. I do miss there not being, like, human NPCs to interact with. Even though, obviously, you saw that article the other day. There's a secret NPC.
Secret developer sitting in a room giving free stuff, apparently.
But if you find it now, your account gets banned, so I wouldn't recommend going to find it.
Why would they stick it there?
Why would they ban it if they put it in
Because
the
it's a
game?
glitched game.
Because,
Oh,
yeah, it's a glitch. Basically, they put it there so they can, like, test weapons and stuff. So it has every single item in the game, including items that aren't supposed to be in the game yet. So, but yeah, I read something earlier saying if you go into this room, a couple of hours later, your whole account will be locked out of the game, so I wouldn't recommend trying to find that.
However,
However,
if you make a fake account and send yourself all the items, it don't do nothing.
but we don't endorse that.
I'll do it on the
clever.
dirty shit.
Clever.
Todd Howard will find you.
And he will force you to eat a copy of Skyrim.
He will port Skyrim directly to your stomach.
And then you can play it on your intestines.
Yeah. So, and I've been obviously, I've not played Pokemon for a while, but been playing Pokemon. You finished it, so you're probably got more to say about it.
It was alright.
You know what? That's
It's one of
exactly
those,
how I
like,
feel. No, that's
it's Pokemon Yellow, but remastered.
you get hot.
It's
Like,
good
oh
though,
my god,
like,
this is so
it's
good, and then you
cute.
play it and you're like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Yeah,
It's
like-
okay.
I don't feel the urge to go play it.
No.
In terms of the engine, it's not much different from the ones that were on the 3DS. It's not. For me, it wasn't adventurous enough. It was just Yellow again on the same engine as Sun and Moon. They didn't really add anything.
It's the
But it
stop
looks
gap.
so pretty.
But they already remade Red and Blue like
This is remake Yellow.
15 years ago
True.
and added stuff to it, and then for this remake they took that stuff away, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
But I think, that's just the stopgap until the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just to get all the like people who were passionate about Pokemon 20
Back
years
into
ago
it, yeah.
back into it for the new one.
It was to sell some Switches for Christmas. Let's be
That's it.
real. Let's
Yeah,
be
you know
real.
what's worked.
What else have you been playing?
Well, I did. The reason I actually stopped playing Red Dead Redemption in the first place, well, apart from the horse thing, is because Spyro came out, and so I had to play that because I absolutely love Spyro. Spyro was.
Finished it yet?
I have finished it. I finished it.
God.
Well,
3 of them.
it took me a couple of days to finish the first one, and then I finished the next 2 in the space of 2 days. So I really
Went hard at that
yeah, I went hard at that shit.
Nice.
But
I've done
it looks
first
really
level.
nice as well. The only thing I was disappointed in is obviously for the remaster they re-recorded all the voice lines and that. So some of the, if you played the old versions,
Yeah.
you lose a little bit of the nostalgia
Yeah,
from
bit
the
of the
voices and how the characters look. But other than that, like it's really true, and I love it.
It's sick.
It's really good. It's cute. It's amazing.
You been playing any game?
I've been playing Danganronpa.
Oh yeah.
Got into that.
God, that game.
I completed the first
One of the
one.
most annoying music in the world.
It is very annoying.
Isn't
I
it Soul
tried-
Color?
I tried to turn it down.
Character creator.
I tried to turn it down, and there is no music on the music. You can have it like really lightly, but it's always there, and I'm like,
This is what I signed up for.
literally. I've completed the first one. I'm a good way into the second one. I really enjoy it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's basically,
It's a crime.
it's like a point and click visual
crime
novel,
click adventure game.
sort of, and it's basically you got to solve murders.
That's
It's
very
pretty it's pretty heavy. It's like, oh, we're all anime and there's a teddy bear. It's like, and now someone's brutally murdered.
good. And yes, somebody's dead on the floor.
Yeah, literally, it's really good. I really enjoy it. I'm feeling it. Other than that, that's basically what I've been playing.
I can't think what I've been playing. What have I been playing? Apart from FIFA.
Well, I've been playing Danganronpa, like
Scrub.
Dangan, however you say it, like for hours on end, literally waking up, playing it, going to sleep. He's just been sitting there playing FIFA, so that's a lot of hours on FIFA.
I've been busy over Christmas, and I just literally, you know, when you just get like, you just want to play something that's easy. You don't need to think about it. You don't have to pay attention to the story.
I've been the
just
complete
I'm
opposite.
playing
Just been
that.
on the go, like.
Oh yeah, well, not a new game. Like it's a really old game, but it's just been remastered for the Switch. I bought and finished Katamari Damacy
Oh, I've heard about this.
within about 4 hours. I just sat there and played the whole thing.
You need to
And
you
it's
record
great.
from the Switch.
Yeah.
It's
Nathan,
lovely.
you need to do a
Yes, I've done it
playthrough.
before.
You need to do a
Yeah,
playthrough for the
but
channel.
you should play it because I think you like it.
Me and Nathan are going to do a playthrough
We'll do a
for the channel.
playthrough.
That's the rolling world thing.
That is right.
Yeah.
Is it a rolling cat?
No,
No.
it's a little
Misleading that
prince.
name.
Oh.
And
It's
he
like
has this
professional
ball,
story.
and you like roll the ball around, and as it like rolls over things, it
It
picks it
collects
up, and the ball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just really fun to play. It's like one of those things
How
you
was
can just.
how was Lego the Super
Oh,
Villains? Was
yeah.
it good? I saw you playing it on
I actually
PlayStation.
really liked it.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I wanted that. I was waiting for you to tell us if it was awful.
I forgot
or
that
amazing.
I actually forgot that I'd played that because I played so much recently. Like everyone's going, oh,
What was your
everything. I'm
villain
just like, I
like
played so
that
much.
you
Say
made?
again.
What was your villain that you made like?
Did you just make a rip off of the Joker?
No, to be fair, I
I'm
didn't.
quite shocked.
Mine had
Yeah.
he was like really ripped, and he had like a purple top with a club on. And yeah, you know, like
Yeah, I know
from
what
the
you
deck
mean.
cards. And then I thought it would be really cool if his weapons were clubs as well. So I've got 2 clubs, and they're just holding the clubber,
Should we call him Bam Bam?
the clubber,
so
because he
you're-
has clubs, and he had the clubs.
You're
You're
know.
basically Joker's boyfriend then.
Why not?
So basically, he causes crime by day, and then he goes out to like raves on the night.
So
He's
they
a pretty
glow
cool guy,
like,
not gonna
do
lie.
they glow like neon?
Oh my god!
He's not actually got any powers. He's just high on kit.
He's got 2 clubs. That's it.
He's Tom Cruise. in,
No, obviously. So as you
Rocket
play through the game, your character isn't voiced, but so the other characters interact with him, and he's part of the story. And as you go through the story, you come across these things that are like they're like canisters of power, I guess. And every time you use one of them, you get to absorb a new power.
Ooh.
So as you go through it, you can absorb. You can make yourself shrink and grow. I think you get super strength. You can get like laser eyes, things like that. So you just pick up the things as you go through the story. So that's quite good.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It sounds very. It's a good premise.
It is,
that
and
they brought
it's
into
quite
it.
an interesting
It's
story as
different
well.
from
You
the
know,
rest of the Lego
it's quite
games.
fun.
Mm.
But I find all Lego games really fun. To
Me
be
too.
fair.
I love
True,
the
not
Lego
gonna lie.
games.
It's true. I do like
I
that.
bought all the ones that I didn't have on sale. I've just not played them yet. I got incredible.
They're good games.
Do you know what? I back on my old PlayStation account because I had to get a new one when I got the PS4 because it was an under 18s account. Scrub. But I'd actually platinumed the Pirates of the Caribbean Lego game.
I find them like most
Oh, I
of
love that game. That game's great.
It was really good.
I
I
still
didn't even
have
own it. I
Marvel
borrowed it off
too.
someone.
Oh no.
Best Lego game in my opinion was the Lego Lord of the Rings,
I love the Lego
Yeah.
Hobbit. That game was
which
a
also
masterpiece.
weirdly
No, it
has
was
been.
not.
I like the
It
Lego
was.
Harry Potter games.
Not obviously they didn't
Just
put
gotta,
that
like, casting
funny.
all the spells.
Yeah, but like the way you could just start in the Shire and just walk literally across the map, and you just say like, "Oh my god, this is."
Lego
It
Lord of
would
the
have been perfect
Rings
if it was finished.
and The Hobbit have been taken off stores now.
Oh, really?
Good.
Do you reckon it's something?
Weird.
Do you reckon it's
Good.
something to do with the fact that now Amazon somehow have the license to make a TV show? Do you reckon it's something to do
Maybe
with
Warner
it?
Brothers have
For
lost
what?
the license
Like-
for Lord of the Rings.
for
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, they're making a
Amazon's
TV
making
show.
a Lord of the Rings TV show. Did you not know this?
That's a thing.
I
Me
didn't know
and Jake
this.
literally had a conversation about this yesterday
Yeah.
with you in the room. Nathan just when
And
we
don't
speak-
listen.
Yeah. Nathan just hears like elevator music when we're speaking.
Pretty much.
I'm a
Pretty
big
much.
friend.
Not even elevator music, just wind.
Yeah, they probably just lost
The
the
ghost
license.
duet.
I'm not gonna lie. It was the theme tune from Katamari that I was singing. I was just sitting there yesterday going.
Like,
La, 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 the machine. And all these guys are looking at me like, what? What are you doing? I'm just a tiny bit obsessed, but that's over. That's cancelled. Let's move
I'm
on.
moving on with
If
my
we're
life.
in Dragon Age, for my for our playthrough, I've been getting footage, and then I've finished Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and then I've really
is that to
tried.
remind yourself?
Yeah, and I've really tried to do the spin-offs, but the thing is with the Kingdom Hearts spin-offs
They're all
is
trash.
if you don't spend hours grinding, and you get to the end and you're suddenly severely
Underpowered.
underleveled.
So really.
And then Chain of Memories is just straight up trash. Like, I'd rather slip my eyes with a spoon and bleed out slowly than play that game. So I didn't play
Graphic.
that.
Delicious.
I've been playing Battlefront 2 because I'm currently one of the 5 people in the world
You're
who
the
still
one,
play it.
like, literally, the server's still bloke. Full.
It's good now. It is good.
So you say that,
Is it?
but your eyes don't like convey it. You're there like it's good.
But you can see the pain in your
Around
eyes.
here. No, automatically like I know familiar faces because he's the only one of us still playing.
It's good, but it needs to add a game chat because you can't communicate with people. How the fuck
There's a
is
squad system in it yet.
There's a squad system,
Oh, it's in it.
but
You
there's no
can't talk to
game
your
chat.
squad.
So unless you make a party and talk to your squad, it's kind of
This is why he
useless.
was trying to get me to download the play.
Yeah, because I need someone to play with me essentially.
I do love Star Wars, but I don't know.
So if you want to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 with Jake,
PS4.
he has no one to play with, so feel free.
Chris don't want to play it because he can't get good.
That's
There
not
is
the
that.
reason.
That is exactly the
That is
reason.
Remember me and you played that Escort the Box game?
Yeah.
And we absolutely smashed with
The
the
Gog
enemy.
Droid.
No, like we were in Maz Kanata's like castle.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
we
It's
were
like
the
Escort the
first, we were
Payload
the
in
first
Overwatch.
So
order.
the lightsaber box.
It was
Yeah.
during the beta one.
Yeah, and we were like, get the box. So we literally walked in, picked up the box, walked out the door, walked to the and we just won. Like
Everyone
no one tried
else
to
was
stop
shit
us.
then.
No one
They were
tried
all
to
just
stop
killing each other and no one tried to stop us. And then when they eventually figured out what we were doing and that there was an actual objective to that.
They tried to mess with us, but we were
They
too
tried,
good.
and then we used to come out, walk to the edge of the map,
And
and
just
literally
walk on the
just
edge
walk
of the
around
map.
the edge of the map. And
And
we'd
then
be like,
we'd win.
where are they?
Oh my god.
To be honest, what's the thing that you always say about Star Wars Battlefront?
People need to play the fucking
People
Yeah.
never play the objective.
That's why I
That's like
raged on
any
it. I couldn't.
multiplayer game though. Most of them people just don't. Like Overwatch, people don't sound about it half the time.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield, they don't play it.
The heroes
It's like-
versus
Except
villains
for, we
mode
stay on
is pretty
the
good.
payload because
Yeah, well,
We're
good.
G's.
we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
The Starfighter mode died a death.
I like that.
The developers
That's the best
stopped
mode.
updating it.
We need to get some.
no.
I think we need to get some Overwatch footage
We
because
do.
I have not played
Yeah,
Overwatch
we
in
do need to
ages.
get back into that game.
I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey
We're
as
an
well, and I love
absolute
it,
squad.
but it's just too fucking big.
I
haven't
love
got.
that game.
haven't got the time.
I'm like, I look, I see it on my Xbox, and I'm like, I could play that, but I'll play like a couple of hours, and I'll have nothing done.
Yeah.
In that, it's just, it's frustrating because like I really love that game, but I loved Origins. I could like 100% in Origins.
I started
Like-
the DLC the other day. I was like, what am I doing? I'm not even finished like
Yeah.
half of the main story
And
yet.
there's
Like,
like
what?
the different coloured missions on the
Yeah.
and I'm like, there's a new mission now. Should
My
we do it? But
issue
it's
with
a
that is
DLC.
I can't leave a bit of the map unexplored.
Mm.
So when I go to a new place, I go all around the map and I do everything before I go into the story mission.
Yeah.
And I've got to a point, the last time I played it, I literally got in my boat and I drove, well, sailed all around the edge of the map to fill the map out. And I've filled the map out now, and now I'm going to all the islands. I'm just clearing all the islands. I found like a fight club, I found a volcano.
Kate, you spoke of it.
I did like a leap of faith into a volcano, some good
Because
shit.
you know, you see a volcano, you think, let's jump in it.
When you've been exploring ancient Greece for like 65 hours and you've got nothing to show for it, that is exactly what goes through your mind.
It's good, man.
Thing is, you know, what I love about that game is you go and explore and do those random missions, and then when you come to like a story mission, you go, you need this. I'm like, you mean this? I've got it.
Yeah.
I would get
That's
this.
the best.
Yeah.
I love that.
The loot kind of doesn't make sense in it either, because I was playing it earlier today, and I was in some like sunken temple thing that had been forgotten for like thousands of years. And it's like, oh, there's a treasure chest, so I opened it. It was like, oh, here's a contract for the cult who are hunting you. Some of them will defect and then join your crew. And I'm like,
Well,
That's
what?
like Tomb Raider though.
why is it?
Why
is it at the
that
bottom of
there?
the ocean?
That's like Tomb Raider though, because you go to like a tomb that's been unexplored.
Yeah.
And you find a machine gun.
Oh, yeah. There's like weird stuff in there, and you're like,
Okay.
I like this cult thing. I love hunting down the cultists.
It's sick, isn't
Have
it?
you ever accidentally killed one?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've done that. I've landed on the roof and I've assassinated someone, and it was like,
Cultist
congratulations. And I
I
was
was I was fighting some like guards, and then this guy started coming to hit me with a broom. Turned out he was a cultist, and I just stabbed him in the neck. Fair enough.
I love it when
Shouldn't
you're
hit
on
me
the
with a
ship.
broom.
When you're on the ship and it like makes a noise as a bounty hunter coming, and you're like, oh shit, and you turn around and it's like a level 5 bounty hunter,
In
and
a
you're
little
just
tiny
like,
ship.
It's like a
Mate.
dinghy.
mate.
See, whenever I hear that noise, I just open the menu and I'm like, path bounty. Because I'm flushed with cash. I'm like, I don't
Oh
know.
no, I never
Yeah,
do
I've
that.
started doing that because it's just a lot of hassle. When you get like 4 people after you at the
Yeah.
same time, you're like, fuck off.
How I deal with the like ones that are too strong for me, I climb up somewhere and I just shoot them with arrows, and then when they climb up, I kick them off with a Leonidas kick, and then I just keep doing that, and I'm like killing bounty hunters that I have no business killing.
I don't like. I hate it when they have pets. I
Yeah.
hate it when they have the one that jumps on your back and you can't do anything about it. And you're just
It's
like,
a
fuck's sake.
link. Is it a link?
It's something like that. It's really fast.
Or is it an ocelot?
Baboon.
Is it a baboon?
Archer references.
Oh my god. Anyway.
My main issue is
We
Assassin's Creed
digress.
is that I really, 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 really want to finish it, but I literally don't have time, and there's about 50 games coming out.
Our friend Alexis messaged me the other day and he's like, that last cultist though, oh my god, it was such a good reveal. And I'm there like,
I've not done it.
No,
Shut
I was
up.
like, I want you to tell me. But then if you tell me, I'll never play this game again.
The thing is, we can pay to fast travel the game. That's what people are getting annoyed about it, because you can pay microtransactions to level yourself up to get to the stories that you can do.
Do you have to do that?
You can. You don't,
How
have
much
to.
is
Do
it?
you have to?
You don't have to.
Then what's people
But like,
moaning
that's
about
what
then?
it basically stops you from paying the game for 100 hours to get to the end.
But if
But
that's
that's not
someone
But
no,
surely,
no,
like,
yeah.
you want a game that has a lot of content.
That's
in
no
it.
Well,
loss
yeah,
to you.
but like that's
That's not.
for the people who like don't
Wanna
have
waste
time.
the story.
I can understand why people will buy them.
People that have more money than they
Because
have time.
when you get to the point where you don't have time to play it, like Jake, that
I do have more money than I have time.
That's
would be an
true.
option for Jake.
That, I could understand if it was something that affects
I like
everyone, but it
that. Yeah, but
doesn't.
you know what? I don't mind that because it's an option for someone.
Yeah,
It doesn't affect everybody.
exactly. I don't get what people are getting.
Yeah.
People get about whatever.
Anything
so.
with microtransactions in now, everyone just fucking knows.
They're all aesthetic now, though, aren't they? To sell
Yeah.
on the.
They're trying to.
Someone's getting a bit too far for my liking.
How dare you have that violet outfit?
You can get a unicorn in there.
Why is Jake in neon pink and I am not?
I don't know why, but then I checked the feed of the camera and I was like,
To be fair,
is it?
in Origins, I did buy some Helix credits so I could buy that unicorn
Oh yeah,
camel.
I bought the
Unicorn
missile
camel.
horse. I think it was called.
I've
like
got
on
a
fire.
unicorn in now to say.
A missile
But a
horse?
god
Missile
told me
horse.
Oh, I
to.
thought you said
I've got
missile
It's like a
horse and
black
I've got
horse.
Pegasus,
It's
and I
on
was like,
fire, and I'm like, yeah, I'm.
Have you noticed they've got rid of full damage on Odyssey as well?
I thought that's just as you level up.
Is it?
As you do more.
Exploration stuff.
What's it called? The eagle points.
Yeah.
Synchronization.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
more of them. Your full damage
Stop.
lessons, and you can jump. You
Mine's
can jump
literally zero.
Yeah, literally. I've done so many.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even done them
I
all,
love
but I've got to
sending
the
the
point.
eagle up.
I can jump off one of those eagle points and land
Just
on the
not
ground and
Yeah.
just take no damage whatsoever.
When they showed that in the trailer with the sending the eagle up or whatever, I was like, that's so stupid. Why would you do that? And in the game, I'm like, show me where everything is.
Yeah, when you,
Fly, my pretty fly!
when you introduce that in Origins, you're like, are we the eagle now?
Do we see through the eagle's eyes like Game of Thrones?
Or does the eagle
Or
speak
does he
to
talk
us?
to us?
Still things we don't know. But moving on from games we've played, we're going to go on to the games that we're looking forward to playing in 2019. Kate, do you want to go first with the first release of the year?
Mine are all coming like
25th of
pretty
January.
So
Resident Evil 2.
I'm so excited. Played the demo yesterday.
It's up on the channel.
It was
Go watch
amazing.
it. It's great.
It was absolutely amazing. It actually like, it not even met my expectations. It outdid them. Like,
Exceeded them.
I was like, I've watched like every video that goes up on YouTube of someone playing any part of the demo, even if it's literally the same demo I've watched like 4 times. I'm just sitting there watching it, and I'm like, I wonder if the controls are going to feel weird. I wonder if it's not going to. It was amazing. It was perfect. Apart from the fact you can't take the knife out and use the knife in combat. I'm not feeling that. I don't like this new knife system. But other than that,
because everyone knows that you overuse it in every other game.
that's not your business. What I choose to do, if I choose to complete Resident Evil 4 with mostly knife kills, that's not your business.
With only knife kills.
No, I can't do it with only, but I can do it with mostly.
When you stab him with the knife, he stabs him in the heart, and I'm like, it's a zombie.
As I said to you when we recorded the demo, it's his first day.
He needs to learn.
Well, he does because he's a super secret agent now.
If you want to kill something, you stab it in the head. Like,
just leave him alone.
But if you're stabbing it in the head, there's more crunch that you got to get through in the head.
What if you do it here?
You do it there, you're right, but you got to get through the skull.
Well, they're rotting flesh, to be fair, so they should just fall apart.
That's true.
They do. They do,
Just
don't
punch
they?
it straight in the skull and it just goes.
If Chris was in Resident Evil 2, that would be literally how it would be.
That's what they are in Walking Dead these days. They're just meat bags. You can poke them in the eye and the eyes go in and everything because they're just rotted in.
Thanks for sharing that with us all. Thanks for telling
So
everyone.
that happens with zombies.
Their eyes go in.
No, it looks so good. I'm so excited.
But
And I hope I need it to turn up. If my pre-order doesn't turn up on a day, I'm gonna go full Karen. Like, can I
This is why I've started to order everything digitally.
No, I've got the like.
So you've
got the super duper.
I've got like the super deluxe.
We're gonna
UK
do an
edition.
unboxing of that.
She's in 2D.
It's like £230 maybe, and it comes with a statue and all the keys, and I'm like, just like.
Can we do an over the top unboxing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we hold everything up to the camera like how makeup people do it?
Yeah.
Like, when they do like that.
No,
Like,
you know what it's going to be? It's like,
Hey guys, I have the new Resident Evil Collector's Edition.
I have the new Resident Evil
take
lip
it out.
kit.
Like,
This is zombie blood.
here's some polystyrene.
in the shade, white porcelain.
This one's tofu.
He is in the game.
In the game. Stupid that is.
I'm so hot. It looks so good.
It did look good from what I haven't played it yet, but I watched him play it.
My favourite part is when we thought he called a zombie a bitch.
I'm so sad that he didn't call a zombie a bitch. That was, I love Leon so much, but that would have been the best thing that ever happened to me. But he did, and he said son of a bitch. I'm sad. Hopefully,
But we just heard, bitch!
I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna edit just that bit. It's be amazing. I'm making my notification tone.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
I really enjoy it. 25th of January. Amazing. Can't wait. It's going to be the best. Don't speak to me. Don't even try and call me. Don't even look at me.
Don't breathe in my direction.
No. I'm just going to be sitting there like for
You
like
have to like
3
drag
days.
her away from the game to come talk about it. on
You
the
just
podcast.
occasionally have to put a
Chain
can
her
of
to the
Pepsi
chair.
by her side and she'll be like,
Yeah, you have to like bring me an offering like I'm like a pagan god, like slide it in the room.
Put it outside the door and your hand just comes out.
I'm so hyped.
But then like a couple of, like, how many days? Like a few days after that, you've got 29th of January, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Take it away, Jay.
So I'm so excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm really depressed that I have to go into work.
On the day.
However,
It's a
it
Tuesday,
is
or
February
Friday.
half term, pretty close after that.
That's good. Yeah.
So that's what's getting me through the pain. It just needs to hurry up. It's been
6 years.
80 years.
We
It's
were
been more than
in-
6, Chris.
We
it's
were
been
in-
85
Kingdom
years.
Hearts 2 came out in 2005.
We were in year 8
Yeah.
when we both finished Kingdom Hearts 2.
The
And we're
majority of the
26 now.
children I teach are younger than the weight I've had for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's how old I am.
What is Square Enix doing?
Not making fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Don't think they know that, to be quite honest with you.
Well, they had to get like a good 7 years to figure out the mess they'd already made.
Yeah.
They had to do their own videos. to
They should have
figure out
hired
what
They,
us.
they had to figure out their own timeline when really they should have just watched these guys.
Should
have
do it.
hired
us.
Like,
I'm expecting to be disappointed.
Me too. I agree.
Are you expecting it to feel like an old game as opposed to like,
No,
No, the
are
control.
you expecting to understand it
maybe.
on the second playthrough, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they do tie up all the loose ends. Like, I get, obviously, this is the last one we saw at, and they know, if I don't believe that from them, no one's bullshit. But
They say that, but you know
Yeah.
there'll be like a 3.5,
Yeah.
3.8 final mix. You know,
no.
there'll be everything.
I'm like, obviously they can do that, but I think the next one, I hope they don't leave so much crap left, like
Well,
so
that's
they,
yeah.
they need to tie it all off, and then the next one should have been the Keyblade War.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been, but I doubt that now because of X-Pac cover.
Yeah.
In the video.
I'm lost already.
The reason I'm getting that I'm going to be disappointed is there's been a few leaks. The world list was leaked, and it's not very long.
It's not a leak because we've literally seen it wasn't even a leak.
Every single world
They've
that
already
has
been
been in the
shown.
trailers is in the game,
That's it. There's no
and
more.
that's it. Which is really disappointing for me because there were so many brilliant worlds in 1 and 2 and Birth by Sleep. Even Dream Drop Distance had some interesting worlds in.
I hate
Even though
that
the
game.
Maybe
gameplay
they'll,
was
yeah,
trash.
but maybe with like all recent Square Enix games, they'll do that thing where they'll add a world every other 3 months.
No.
Do you know what? If they do that, I wouldn't be that mad. But it's the fact that there's like 7 worlds in the game, and I feel like I've been waiting like 15 years for a game that
They've
might
been
not be
doing
very long.
Yeah.
But do
The
the 7
world
worlds
every
not kind of
3 years?
correlate to the Princesses of Heart,
No,
the heroes of
It's
whatever?
Toy Story, fucking
Big Hero 6.
Winnie the fucking Pooh. I'm gonna burn 100 Acre Wood to the ground, I swear to
Is that
God.
what it's called?
Yeah. There's
Frozen.
Big Hero 6. I'm hyped for Frozen and Tangled, to be fair.
Are you hyped for Toy Story?
But-
All I have to
A
say
little bit.
is motherfucking Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, there's Monsters Inc., which fair
That's
enough.
good.
But there should have been
I like these worlds.
there should have been more links to the old games.
Yeah.
Considering it's supposed to be the
For sure.
finale.
You wanna
we're
revisit
assuming-
more worlds.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
You got the
that
Pirates of the Caribbean one, which
Radiant
is a bit
got...
weird.
No, but they've just... Because what happened was, that was in number 2, and it started with the story of the first movie. They literally decided to just not acknowledge that Pirates of the Caribbean 2 exists at all and go straight onto Dead Man's Chest.
They literally,
No, at World's End,
yeah,
sorry,
they literally came out and they're like, Dead Man's Chest is just filler for Outworld's End, so we're going to ignore
Just
it.
gonna get
Yeah, but we do know that's true in the movies.
that is very
It
true.
Yeah.
is.
But that makes sense.
Controversial yet, bro.
It makes sense to do that because the worlds carry on when Sora's not around.
Yeah.
So that's,
Yeah.
that's not like... They're not dropping the ball like that. That could happen.
As you just mentioned,
Radiant Garden has got to be
this
in
is
it.
why I'm
What's
kind
this?
of feeling a bit like we're going to be disappointed because I read
Do I have
last
time for
night.
this?
No, basically, for people who watch Kingdom Hearts will know, people who don't play it, Radiant Garden is basically the base where all the Final Fantasy characters hang out, essentially, and they have not
Do they not
mentioned
have
it.
their own world?
Their worlds got destroyed. Watch the podcast.
So
Watch the podcast, Chris.
I was reading something last night, and apparently Cloud's voice actor has said that he's not in Kingdom Hearts 3 at all.
Good. We don't need him.
But if Cloud's not
He's
in
in
it,
Smash Bros.
that
instead.
means Sephiroth's not going to be in it.
True.
And I'm feeling like
Katie,
all the other Final
your emo heart.
No.
the
Can't
director
take
of the
this.
franchise has said like we're taking the focus off the Final Fantasy characters because
That's bullshit. Though.
Kingdom Hearts'
Yeah.
original characters can stand on their own now.
No, they can't.
And I'm like, but that's not the point.
But you're still using Disney.
like,
you're still
yeah,
using
they're still
Disney.
using Disney.
If I do not get to see a next gen version of Squall or Leon, whatever your preferred name is for him,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it back.
Well, the last
Amazon, why are you returning this game? Oh, well.
his last appearance in the series opened up a new storyline for him, and then they're just like, nah, fam.
And that's gonna be my best
Spin-off
girlie.
game.
Renault was coming.
Don't give them more ideas for spin-off games.
I'd play a
Chris.
spin-off game if we got to play as Squall.
True.
I'd play all the spin-off
I don't
games.
think they have
It's going to
this
be
all
Final
planned.
Fantasy Kingdom Hearts.
So yeah, I'm hyped, but I'm expecting disappointment.
Me too. It's gone on too long. It can't
The thing
live up
is,
to the hype.
are Kingdom Hearts games long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're
Well-
as long as you make them.
Right.
Is this partially
So
to do
what's-
with the fact that you
I
have
think
to
you
grind?
could- you could
or-
What's
probably-
the like the shortest?
You could
one?
probably get through number 2 in like 25, 30 hours.
You could watch back cover. Like,
Watch that cover in less than an hour.
But like,
You can watch it in
1.5
5 minutes if you
speed.
skip all
do you
the
feel like are you going to try and drag this out so it lasts long, or are you just going to?
I'm going to grind through as much
Zoom
as I can because I know that the boss is going to be
The
hard
way
at
you
the end.
feel like when you zoom through it, that's like how many years? 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to
It's
rush
like,
it.
oh.
Jake probably
You've got-
will,
no,
because
you've
he
got-
always rushes
No,
games.
you've got to grind because otherwise there's
You
no
can't
way
beat
you
the
can
boss.
beat the
No.
final boss.
Oh, okay.
Kingdom Hearts is
Yeah,
not.
well,
It punishes you if you.
Can
rush
you go
it.
back and grind?
Oh yeah, of course
Yeah.
you can go back to all the.
But then that's more of a chore.
Because I can imagine if you
Nightmare
don't
Before
grind.
Well, you might as well do it while you're there, yeah.
Go to the top of Oogie Boogie's tower, jump off, fall down to the
Yeah.
bottom, fight all the Heartless, do it again and again until you're like
Level 99.
chunk it.
Chunky!
That does not sound fun to me.
Well, you know, your sacrifices have got to be made. How bad do you want them Dalmatians?
Also, whatever cruel bitch is taking the Dalmatians and locking them up under the water needs to stop.
Please stop.
Can we finally figure out who's kidnapping the Dalmatians?
Correct,
Into the
sure.
monster?
She's not in the games.
Yeah, maybe
She's too busy
she's
kidnapping
it's
animals.
She's a secret boss. Secret
Imagine she's just like the final antagonist. Xehanort strips his his facade and it's
You
Cruella
know
de
how
Vil.
Kingdom Hearts characters turn into the different types of characters from the worlds they're in?
Yeah.
Turn to dogs in the world.
There is in 100
There
more
isn't.
Dalmatian worlds.
Ah.
However, they do turn into lions in the Pride Lands.
Do they live in
Yeah.
Traverse Town?
They got their own little house, but with no people there.
The worst is Goofy and Monsters Inc.
We don't speak.
That
An
is-
abomination
that is
of
an
God.
abomination. That is the worst. Like, I don't even care.
Be
I
ready
saw
for
it and I
nightmares,
was just
basically.
like, oh. What is that thing? Next game coming up is in February. Anthem, 22nd of February.
Mm-hmm.
Hyped?
I didn't care and now I do and I'm really
Yeah.
shocked.
But why do you care, Jake?
It's BioWare.
Because I watched the videos on their channel and it actually made it seem interesting.
Yeah. When we were getting ready to do the special Anthem podcast, we watched all the stuff about it. We looked into it and we were like, at the start we were like, we don't need this.
Other people can't come and fuck your game up.
And then we were like, you know what, actually, maybe we do.
There's an
need
actual
this.
story.
Yeah.
No, we
Like-
don't know what it is yet.
The real reason. The real reason is because it's BioWare and he wants to support them so they can continue to make Dragon Age.
That is
That's
true.
it.
It's just a factor.
That was the main reason I was going to buy the
Us
game
buying
anyway.
this game is basically
This is the reason he wants me to buy the
pledging
game.
Patreon to BioWare.
No, I want you to buy the game because there's 3 of us and there's 4-man squads.
We need to play together.
So-
You need to buy it.
Okay.
You can't leave the squad. Everyone down.
I guess I'll just take one for the team.
Oh shit, did I have the wrong way?
But you get the
It's got no
javelin that
proof.
no one wants to do.
What was that? What was that like? Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Thriller.
What javelins are you guys wanting to do?
I think I should be the tank.
Okay,
I don't know what that means.
I'll be the
Can I be the
starter.
wizard type one?
Fuck off! I'm a
No,
wizard in every
Jake's the
game. I will
wizard.
cut you.
Alright, I'll
You've got to be the fast one.
So what are the types?
There's normal,
Right.
warrior,
Normal.
rogue,
I
mage.
feel like
Essentially,
I feel like we've
And
just
what are you gonna
decided,
be?
so I think
I'm
you're
going to
stuck
be
with
the warrior.
normal.
That's my jamming.
I'm
warrior.
gonna do the fast one, so I think you're stuck with normal.
You are stuck with the basic.
You,
one.
no,
with
to
the
be fair,
rogue.
you're the
You
best.
can be the rogue, you can be the
To
rogue.
be fair though,
Yeah.
we can be any of them.
Yeah,
That's
we can.
We can mix and match at any time as long as we're
Oh.
not already in a mission.
Yeah. So you can.
You
can
know
Then I'm a wizard.
If you want some more information, Nathan,
Watch our video.
please go and watch our Anthem podcast.
And you should too.
when it's up, which will be soon.
Soon.
But yeah, hype around yeah.
I am now.
Yeah, sorry.
Now that we've done the research into it, yeah.
It's my
I need
first,
to-
it's my
I need
first
to
game
look
of
at
the
your
year that
research.
it's the first multiplayer game of the year that we can play together. So
Yeah.
I'm hyped for that. Dead or Alive 6.
Been pushed back till the 1st of March.
Yeah, it's like a few days.
Yeah, but it's still been pushed back.
Nevertheless.
Still coming out.
Fuming.
Well,
Yeah, but if anything, it moves out of the way of other games.
yeah.
Because it was coming out near Anthem.
But then 8 days later, Devil May Cry 4 comes out. So I'm kind of like,
Nothing's fine.
Okay,
You'll play it, but then you'll be like, move, bitch! And just like
Yeah,
go
that's
straight
the
onto the bay.
March is very busy for you.
Dead or Alive standard. I'm very happy Dead or Alive 5 is probably the best Dead or Alive in terms of how they work the
Titty
story
physics.
and
Titty
the titty
physics.
physics as well.
If you
And
turn
all-
your age up to like 100, more titty things.
All the dudes got
More
boxer
titty
short skins.
physics.
All the
That's
dudes
true. That
got
was-
boxer short skin, and you know what? No, not even for like pervy reasons. Like
Do they?
they did in
But then
number 5
they
they
put-
did.
Oh,
Not for
Yeah.
pervy reasons.
And no, like that's
Quality.
a quality. That's actually a quality.
No, but they've
Like,
put,
it's not just
hang
the
on, though.
women now.
But in the new
Okay,
one,
no, fair.
they've put more clothes
It's
on the women.
equality. It's that Ariana
So-
Grande gift.
Maybe they balance it out. Because there's more clothes on the women in this one, apparently.
They'll still have slutty skins.
Oh, yeah.
This is a Japanese fighting game.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
be ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
It's
I'm
a
really-
staple. It's a staple of it.
they've toned down the titty fitting, so apparently.
That's fine. I don't
So you can't dual the controller and just move.
But they should have had like button bolt physics for the men. That's how they should have tackled that issue.
booty everywhere. Anyway.
I should have been able to jiggle my controller and twerk every time I kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Work.
I'm excited to see the story because the story, like, contrary to popular belief, it does have a story and it was really good in number 5. And
And the story isn't just titties.
I'm excited to see the story in number 6. I'm very
What you
hyped for
make
it. Me and Jake are going to fight all the time.
I think my favourite
It's
thing
amazing.
about Dead or
Not even
Alive
on the game,
is
just
that
in
it's
real life.
probably, if you look at it from an outside perspective, it looks like the biggest game for straight people ever. But I only ever hear of women and gay people playing it.
Represent.
I've never heard a straight person straight up just like, oh yeah, I've really
I
put
think
Dead or
it's
Alive.
unfair that the beach volleyball our game came out in Japan.
I agree.
In Japan.
In Japan.
In Japanese.
Welcome
I
to being a fan of Japanese games.
Like, why is it only in Japan? That's not fair.
I played Dead Extreme
We're pervs
1
here too.
and Extreme 2, and I really got like super into it because it's basically again, ignore the pervy reasons. It's a game where you basically got to get the whole collection, and there's nothing I love more than getting a collection. So I went so hard at that game.
I watched
It's
it.
amazing.
That was fun.
I'm excited.
I'm
I hope
excited.
my Genfu still has his like zebra skin coat.
Who's
He
my
will.
character?
Brad Wong.
That's the one.
Rod
He's a
Wong.
drunk motherfucker. It's hilarious.
Is it what?
He fights drunkly. He's
Oh,
that
okay.
drunk fighting style. It's good.
Which, me too. Pass me the bottle.
All I need to do is Genfu is activate that combo.
Is that that old dude? Is that the old dude?
And then I'll win.
Yeah.
With the funny hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I know
unstoppable.
things.
Lifehack's my main bae, but then if I'm playing to win, like if I'm fighting someone and it's a matter of pride, then it's I get the case to me out like you bitch, you gonna die. Yeah, I'm super excited. 8 days later, well, a week later essentially, Devil May Cry 5. Super
8th
hyped.
March.
Super hyped. We deserve this. We deserve Devil May Cry 5 and not DMC 2.
No, what we deserve.
Thank you very much.
What we deserve is the shirtless costume.
He is shirtless under his
Fine,
like.
the clothesless costume. I know what I'm
I
about.
have to say, I was like, oh my god, yeah, Dante's back, this is great. And then they released the V trailer and they were like, look at this new guy. And I turned into that meme with the guy. I turned into the guy holding his girlfriend's hands, but then turning around and looking at the other girl. That was 100% me. I was like, you know what, maybe we don't really need Dante anymore. Maybe it's all about this guy. Standard, if you know about Devil May Cry, it's going to be hack and slash. That's what it's going to be.
It's not very long from what I'm hearing.
It's set after number 2. I'm telling you now, it's set after number 2.
So it's not
Number 2 is
before
actually
number-
canon. Like in the canon, it's the last one. I've explained all this in the plan for my video.
I see.
And at the end of number 2, Dante rides into hell essentially on a motorbike. And in all the trailers, he's on that motorbike coming back, and it's old. It has to be after number 2. This is the work. This is me like writing all this stuff down for.
Is you doing that Charlie Day?
Charlie Day, that's the thing.
Literally, when I was trying to plan out the Devil May Cry one, I was like, so this one goes here, and then there's the anime. Oh yeah, but then what about when this happened? And I had like.
The anime don't count, does it?
It actually is canon. It is canon.
Did you just go for a phase where you just love strawberry milkshakes or whatever it is?
Maybe.
You have to watch the podcast to find out.
Oh, that's in the podcast.
There
Okay.
it is.
Vital information. Yes.
Yeah, it looks
I
really.
watched
really
it. I
good.
don't know. It was terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible. Rip.
People have to power through, Chris.
What was worse, the anime or 2?
Anime, right? I heard 2 was really bad.
Yeah, but it looks really good. The demo standard, just a demo.
You're getting a new one soon.
Fights like
New
demo,
demo
yeah,
soon.
it does.
So you might have to do. Might play
I hope it's
Dante,
Dante.
so
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nero. I don't like Nero.
They'll leave these stuff until the actual game.
Yeah. His combat looks amazing though. He fights with animals.
He doesn't fight.
Fights with animals.
He's
His
got a
animals
panther.
fight for him.
He's got a big black panther and he's got a bird that talks and he kind of like uses magic. I'm in love.
That sounds pretty.
Capcom know what I want to see.
Mm.
It's like, look at this dude that looks like Kylo Ren and he's got a big cat. And I'm just there like, ooh. Maybe. No, but it looks amazing.
Maybe.
They all, that was the other thing they said. They said there's plans to add another character in further down the line. And then they're like,
No.
Virgil's
They said.
Virgil's gone. Virgil's not alive
What,
anymore.
they-
He's dead. But however, we may potentially add a fourth playable
Yeah,
character.
they said it if the game does well. So it's not
Don't
like
lie
they
to
haven't
me.
got it planned already.
So if they only sell one,
Don't lie to
okay.
Like what the bitches love Virgil. Is Virgil going in the game? If he's not, if
Who's
he
the one that loves Virgil that we know? He's a Corey.
no, Corey loves Nero.
And Tom.
Yeah, Tom does love Virgil. We
You
out
someone
here
did. Sorry, Tom.
No, he will definitely get put into the game. Even if he's not in the game, which I would be very shocked if he wasn't, they'll add him in just for fangirls.
I'm
Like they
looking
did in
forward to
number
this
4.
game to come out, so there's more Dante and V cosplayers at conventions for me to out you to.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You're a scumbag. You're an actual scumbag. This has happened to me twice now. It's so embarrassing. Oh my god.
I love it. It's hilarious.
I'm like a mum with my camera, like, she wants a photograph with you.
You're
She
doing
loves
amazing,
you.
sweetie.
And like everyone turned in the line.
And parted the queue.
In the
queue.
Destiny
like
line.
Moses
Parted the Red Sea.
parted the Red
Everyone
Sea.
parted for me, and there was this guy, and he was so ripped, and he was so fit, and he was just standing there, and Corey was there like, it's Dante, and I was just like, if the world could have opened up and then I had my little picture, and I had to like do the walk of shame back to where I was in the queue, and I just felt like, and And then you called me out again when I was trying to shop for some pop figures to another Dante. You're all scumbag.
So if you're a hot Dante cosplayer, send us some pics.
when he says that,
They
no,
don't have to be nude. However,
Stop soliciting on the channel.
It was innocent.
It's put up the Vita Deditae email. It's just pictures of Dante. It's not what I want to be seeing.
Speak for yourself.
I'm going to send you those pics.
I'm so. Oh my god.
I'm going to go on DeviantArt.
That was so embarrassing. That was the most embarrassing moment of my entire life. I'm not even joking. I've never been so publicly embarrassed in my entire life. Oh my god.
Moving on for Kate's embarrassment.
Yeah, please move on.
Swiftly moving on.
To The Division 2, coming out 15th of March.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. The demo was amazing. More of the Division. See, you were just salty because you didn't get to play with your players.
You don't know.
Yeah, I was. It's true. I died a lot.
Chris didn't get to be the class he wanted to.
And then I died a lot because of that.
Because the demo was like 4 seats, and which seat you sat on depending on what class you got to play, and he didn't get his class. I was the only girl there.
That would be insane.
So it's just like, can I be Demolition, please? And they were like, all these old men, and they were like, yeah, go ahead. So I was like, yeah.
Would have been fine if the guy next to me revived me when I'm, like, my buddy in the game's next to him. I'm next to him going, revive me, please.
Help!
And then he's just not doing it. So I got that.
You know how you could have got around that?
Right.
You could have got good and not died in the first place. I was
up
on the plane, like providing like cover from up top. I was having a wild good time. I was loving my class, like throwing stuff down, like kidding. Like, every time I turn around, Chris is just on the floor, like, Katie, help me.
I'll download it on Xbox.
Help!
Katie, please.
But Division 2.
More of the same.
Like, the Division 1 started off as a rocky start. Like, it wasn't that great originally, but like, apparently Division 1 now is amazing. Like, so I'm hoping
all that endgame stuff they added, didn't it?
They've learned the lesson from Division 1 and implemented all the good stuff.
The moving out of the city
and all the DLC for Division 2 is free. Which wasn't the case for Division 1. So that's good. That's good for us.
I'm hyped. It's just going to be more
of the same. Division 1 but better.
But
Division 1 wasn't bad, but like it's just going to be going to build on a game that was actually the base of the game. It's good.
It's the only kind of multiplayer game that I think that we play that's actually challenging.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually... Division is a hard game.
The one issue, like, I know I have and Jamie and Corey have as well with that game, is how bullet spongy that people was. Like, I'm shooting them in the head 60 times and they're not dead. And I'm like, I feel
why
like
would you die?
What, did you just sound like an Oblivion NPC?
It's Austin Powers. I got it.
I knew that you do it. I said it for your benefit, to be fair, let's be honest.
But hopefully they fixed that. The demo weren't too bad. They weren't that good.
I really like the demo. I think that's probably one of the best demos I've ever played at EGX. Because demos at EGX tend to just be awful. Like, awful.
So bad.
After that, we got a bit of a wait because we got until 26th of April for Days Gone, which is a PlayStation exclusive that's been pushed back a lot.
Yeah.
Like, too many times.
So many days have gone.
It's Daryl Dixon Simulator.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is.
You're a biker with a bike, funny enough, in a biker game, in a zombie apocalypse.
I thought I'd have a scooter.
But,
can you get Segways?
Those shit
can you get those hoverboard things?
To be fair, from the gameplay we've seen, it looks pretty fun. It looks like...
I'm going to get a Subaru.
Can you pimp out your bike?
Well, yeah. The bike...
Pimp my ride the game.
You have to maintain your bike, otherwise
you have to put petrol in it and everything.
No.
So it's like Red Dead 2 where you have to feed your horse.
Yeah.
Eat this carrot, bitch.
Eat this petrol bike.
Eat this petrol bike. I'm going to brush you. I'm going to brush you like the horse.
Can I pimp it out like I'm on MTV? Like, I like fried chicken, so there's a fryer on the
back. You just imagine Jake, like, you see those like bikers with like sitting up here with the handles up there.
Like Macklemore in the daytime.
You're already taking the piss out of my bike, but whose SUV saved us in GTA?
It's true.
Armoured.
Well, my car was in the tree, that's why.
Your car was some shitty little sports car.
Yeah.
And it ended up in a tree.
You can't get the whole squad in a sports car, Chris.
Jake's like, I get away driving, like pulling up in a soccer mom. You're Squishy's mom from Monsters Unit. And she's in there like a big SUV, and they all run into it.
Pull up in the tanker, automobile gangster.
I'd show up like blasting my gangster shit in my little shitty like SUV with like the pink
neon underlights.
But yeah, I think Days Gone, it's people are like already hating on it before it's come out, but like the story looks really good. The release those story trailers, and it actually looks like it's got a proper story. It's not just like a massive open world. There's
Nothing in it.
There's nothing in it. But like, and the actor who plays the main guy is the guy who plays Darth Maul in Clone Wars. And what was he?
Oh, the guy from Being Human, the American version of Being Human.
Yeah, him.
He's in
Sam.
Once
Is
Upon a
it Sam
Time.
Witwer?
Yeah.
That's him.
That
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
Like
Me and Jake are there like.
he's the main character.
We know
so I
that
think
guy, yes.
You could
It's
get
got a certain level of like.
I've heard of him.
It's got a certain level of like competency in like video game acting, I suppose. So hopefully,
and he could get it.
and that apparently.
That too.
Whether he looks like that in the game, I don't know. I don't think he does. I don't think he looks like him. He looks like Darren Dixon, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Shame, I'm out.
And for that reason, I'm out.
but apparently, there's got a load of different characters in the game because you've got a whole gang with you, and you can build.
So it's
relationships
Red
and
Dead on bikes.
Pretty
Zombie
much,
apocalypse.
which it can't be a bad thing.
I don't know.
The only problem that people
Sounds
might
like a
have
bad
is
thing.
like if it comes out too close to The Last of Us, people are like, do you need 2 zombie
Yeah.
games in one? Yeah, if The Last of Us does come out in 2019.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to lie. I really hope that Red Dead 2 has
A
an undead
zombie-
nightmare.
yeah.
Because
I feel like that's just gonna
as
be,
much as it's a bit kind of like shoehorned in and it doesn't really make much sense,
it was
it's supposed to be
amazing.
like an alternate universe
Yeah.
where it's like a story.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
I feel like if they're going to put that anywhere, they'll put it online.
Yeah,
Which-
maybe.
Which
Rockstar were
Right.
obsessed with aliens.
Yeah, I
So
saw
why
that
don't
about
they do an
aliens in
alien,
GTA.
like,
I think it's.
An alien abduction mode.
Yeah, like
That would be
aliens
pretty
attack.
sick.
Well, I found a UFO in Red
Cowboys
Dead,
in
so-
space.
I feel like if they ever did
Return
that,
of the Space Cowboy.
if they ever did that, they'd put that in a GTA game because it feels. I feel like that'd been properly like it's an alien invasion.
Then it'd be Saints Row.
Yeah, true.
So they can't do that.
That would legit be
I love
something.
them
Yeah.
again so much.
That's true too.
After Days Gone, the best game.
Da, 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 da,
Crash
da,
Team
da,
Racing.
da, 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 da.
That's coming out on the 21st of June,
Yeah.
and I'm hyped, to be fair. As soon as the Insanity trilogy came out, I was playing it and I was just thinking, I really hope that they do Crash Team Racing next.
Yeah.
Because it's been absolute years since I played it. It was out on the PS1.
Been
Best
84 years.
best kart
It's
racer.
been 84 years.
Best kart racer, better than Mario Kart.
What about the Sonic one? We played in
No,
that like
it's bad.
mariachi world, and the
It's bad.
sun was like do
No.
do 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 samba,
No.
and it was just that over and over again while we were all trying to race, and it was just like, what is happening?
Crash Team Racing.
But Crash Bandicoot is like my baby. Crash Bandicoot was my whole childhood. And so, obviously, like I say, there's a little one.
There's a
There's
thing
a-
on there. I was like, there it is.
But yeah, like I say, I was hoping that they'd bring out Crash Team Racing as soon as the trilogy came out, and then as soon as it was announced, I was like, yes! So we get to go back and play all
online
those.
capability as well.
Yeah,
so
that'll
we
be
can all
pretty
play
sick.
against the others.
You say all, it'll be me and you. I feel like these
Yeah, I
two
feel
don't
like
really
there's
care.
two squabbing out of that. Yeah.
That's just that.
It's a no from me, though.
It's better than Mario Kart. You like Mario Kart, and it's better.
Do I like Mario Kart?
I don't know, do you? I can only know.
I agree. I'm like that. I'm like, I'll play it if everyone wants to play, but I'll play it on my own if I had the choice.
No.
Who's your character though?
I don't know who I'll pick.
Mine's Pinstripe.
I used to always play as Crash, but I'll probably go for someone a bit edgier now.
I
Yeah,
would-
to be fair, I do
I'd
love
play as
Ripper
Crash because he's the only one that I know.
I'll be Crash's sister.
She
Yeah.
She Crash.
Crash.
This isn't Overwatch. Ash.
When she come out, and it was me and you playing, and I was like, Nathan, She-Cree's chasing me, get her!
Secret.
And I was like jumping around trying to dodge a shotgun. I was like, Nathan!
Help!
But yeah,
So shoot me in the eye.
Crash Team Racing, I'm hopeful. Like,
I'm very
I really wanted that. I wanted that more than the Crash remasters, to be honest.
Oh.
But
Controversial yet
Controversial,
right.
yeah. But because I didn't think the Crash remasters would work in terms of like the gameplay is very like an old style, but it did, so it's okay.
Don't say these things, Chris. You're offending my nature.
It worked. It's all good. Now we just need Crash Bash.
Crash Bash. It's like Mario Party, but just better.
Yeah, it is better.
There's no like board game in
There's
it.
no board game shit going on.
Okay.
It's just
It's
the
just the
mini games,
minigames.
but the mini games are sick.
And they're longer and better. And they're just the best.
Everything you're saying is making me feel like I'd hate this game.
Ah.
He said longer and better. What could you? I mean, if that's not what you're into, then I don't
It's
know what
like
to
it's
say.
just stretching the pain.
I like the one when you're on the polar bear and the iceberg,
Yeah,
and you have to like knock all the other people
off
off on the
I like the
polar
one with
bears.
the balls where you have to
Of course,
try and get the ball. Like it's basically like air hockey,
Yeah.
but with 4 people. It's great that one.
It's just brilliant. If
So
they
we
did that,
edit
I'd be
that,
so
so
happy.
I've got a sound clip of Chris saying, I like the one with the balls.
Just play that voice over the top. I love balls.
But after that, basically, like none of the games after this actually have a release date. They're apparently
getting
coming out in
hopeful.
So it's
2019.
hopefully they'll come out. If they don't, then
You say that,
don't
but
shoot
the one
us.
I'm about to speak about, I know exactly when that game's coming out.
Basically, wait, when?
It's,
May.
it's coming out in November.
Oh, I'm gonna say May.
It's gonna be
Literally
May.
every other one has come out in
I don't
November.
know. I'll actually May anyway. I don't know.
They always release games in November.
Carrot, go on, Jake, announce it.
Well,
Don't
it's
keep
gonna
everyone in
be
suspense.
Pokemon.
It's going to be Pokemon. It's coming out in fucking November 2019. I'm calling that shit now.
I say May.
They're going to announce it at E3 because
It's not gonna
technically
be
been announced yet.
It
So
technically
May.
has.
It's not got a title
It's
or
technically
a trailer.
been announced.
It's not been announced yet, so May is way too soon.
No,
It's coming out in November. It'll get announced at E3 with a trailer, and then it'll come out in November, like every other Pokemon game before it for the past like 5 years.
That's
So is this going to have a new gen of Pokemon in it?
I feel like this is going to be
I
the
don't
Breath of the
want
Wild
it
of
to.
Pokemon.
It's a new gen. It's a new game director. Because you could tell the old guy was getting tired.
He's been doing it a while.
so tired.
like-
Have this trash bag Pokemon.
Well, he used to be the music director, and he really enjoys making the music for the games. But I
Right.
don't think he enjoyed
The game.
making the whole game as much as he did just making the music.
Right.
And he was one of those who's like, I'm not going to listen to what the fans want because I know what they want better than they do.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
So hopefully it'll be good.
So what are you hoping comes back and hoping doesn't come back?
Gym leader rebattles, which to be fair did come back in Let's Go.
Gym leaders in general.
Gym
Because
leaders
they
in
weren't
general,
in the last
because
main
in Sun and
series
Moon
game.
those trials were just no.
So you don't want to see trials again.
If they're back as like a side quest, fair enough.
As well as the gyms.
Yeah, but as the main focus of the game,
Nah.
try again.
Try again, sweetie.
At least 100 new Pokemon because the last two
At
gens have only had 50, and like
It's a bit
Bro,
sad.
I
Can
only
you-
know the first gen, and
Jay,
you want me to go and play a new one with 100
They
new
struggle to
Pokemon?
make like the trash.
Where's
They're
Giraffe?
obviously struggling to come up with ideas with the trash
Okay,
can
she's
and
down
the
there.
lamppost
Okay.
Pokemon.
Get out, go and get
How
her.
are they going to make 100 more?
Where are you
because like
down
you're
there.
playing these new games.
She
What are
should
you
be down
looking
there.
for?
No,
What are you
looking for
looking for?
Jigglypuff.
Bear with.
Interlude. Do 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 do.
Left music, elevator music.
Is she not down there?
Oh wait.
You got her.
Yeah.
She sings.
Oh
There she
my
is.
god, she's so cute.
Does she sing?
She does.
Yeah.
Keep going, and she sings a song.
Okay, we're not going through the whole of Jigglypuff thing.
Don't be
Yes, we
silly.
are.
Are.
Are you hoping for a huge graphical improvement in
Oh
Pokemon?
god, yeah. Not huge because there won't be.
It's a Switch. Yeah.
And also Pokemon. The
They don't
focus
need to
is in
be.
graphics.
I want it to be the Breath of the Wild of Pokemon, where it's like basically an open
It
world.
won't.
They should make all the
Well,
Pokemon
that's
look
what's
like
rumoured.
hideous
No,
movies.
to be
what's
fair,
rumoured.
Pokemon is open world.
Yeah, but I want it to be like a
Pokemon's always been open
3D
world.
one instead of.
It is
Yeah.
open world, but at the same time, it's like
A small.
you can't go this way because
There's a tree in the
Small
road.
there's a tree in the road.
Because there's
There's
a
a sleeping
tiny tree
Snorlax.
about that big.
An officer needs a cup of tea, so we won't let
The
you
very
pass.
first example, an old man has fallen asleep in the middle of the street. You can't walk around him for reasons.
Snorlax is sitting in front of the way.
I guess the flute
So-
like Snorlax.
Yeah, but to be fair, like an old man, you could just push him aside. Snorlax, at
I feel
least.
like you could
He's-
just
you
climb
can't just
over
push a
Snorlax.
Snorlax.
An
Like-
old man in the middle of the street, you could just walk around
I was gonna
him.
say you could just walk over him.
Yeah, but what if he's a fat old man? What if he's a Snorlax old man?
Can't you just kick him awake?
What if it's old man?
I go, wake up, bitch!
So what I want to see is
They fight
either
with it's like cockfighting for kids. It's not kicking an old man's not really
it
bad
is fun,
thing.
however. Anyway,
What
what I want to see,
cockfighting for kids or
what I want to see is more.
Let's stay away from that.
Because the last few games introduced a whole new gen, whole new like regions, and they didn't feel as alive as the old regions because they were
But they
just
were
full of the
alone.
old Pokemon, and you're like, there's nothing new.
I still want the
So
old
what's the
Pokemon
point?
in there.
Not all
What
of
type
them.
Pokemon are you going to pick as a starter, Jake?
Water.
Water.
The best. The
Goes
best.
without saying, doesn't
So
it?
like
Fire.
the older games, they'd introduce like their 100 or so new Pokemon, and then they'd have a handful of old Pokemon in there as well.
Yeah, but then they choose the shit ones.
But the newer games, it's like you get 300 of the older Pokemon and like 50 new ones, and it's really shit because it doesn't feel like you're playing a new game.
Yeah.
The games.
I'm
aren't
hoping
different
for a
enough
game
to
that
get away with
lives up to its title. Gotta catch them all. Like
How
you can
about
actually catch them all.
we
That would
just
be pretty
have.
cool.
I want one where all Pokemon.
No, that's.
Why don't they just?
No.
Why don't they make it a live service game and they say, okay, so for this amount of time, it's all Gen 1.
You know,
This amount of time, then Gen 2 gets
the
released.
deal with like it's different gens.
Or
of Pokemon.
events for specific.
Is it
like
because it's
rosters.
different areas?
Yeah.
So can't they make a game where all areas are available and you can just travel?
Just visit
to
the
each
whole
area?
world.
That wouldn't work.
Why?
Think of the plot of the game. Your 8 gym leaders,
Yeah,
and then you've got like 8 regions with 8 gym leaders,
that's a lot.
and there's 100 levels.
You know, that
Like
is-
it wouldn't work.
That's a lot of content.
It's content, but how would you program it? How would you have level progression going
What if
on?
there's like an international like situation where you have to keep going to like the different areas to sort out? I don't know, like Rocket or something. You know.
I feel like the Pokemon games need a massive
Oh my God.
upgrade. To
I mean,
be-
considering
No.
the last one, didn't you go to some like
Team
mad
Rocket.
dimension
What if you
Yeah.
play
So-
Team Rocket and you're just trying to steal one of every Pokemon?
from all over the
you
world?
know
Yeah.
they're gonna do that.
They wouldn't
That
do
would
that
be
because
pretty-
they're like, oh,
Because
we
they're
can't,
kids' games.
We can't be the
have
enemy.
Fucking gambling in our game because
Yeah, literally. I'm so
Okay
sad that they
then,
took
okay
the
then.
game corner
What
out.
about you're a new professor and you need to collect one of every Pokemon
That'd be good.
for your Pokedex?
Pokedex.
that'd be good.
You can't have Professor Oaks because he lost it or something. He's old now, he doesn't.
I lost my Dex! You
Yeah.
dropped it down a drain!
I think it needs to introduce more Mega Evolutions and regional different Pokemon. So like how Gen 7 had like a Snowy Vulpix or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because the problem with Pokemon is it introduces this sick stuff each gen, and then the next gen it's completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
Like Mega Evolutions in Gen 6, they didn't introduce any new ones in
Yeah.
7. And it's like,
Didn't
what
they only
was the
do
point?
Mega Evolutions and like Alolan versions of Gen 1 Pokemon though?
Yeah, and also
And that's like pure
stop
fan service
bullying
for...
Gen 1. It's good, but it ain't that good.
Yeah, but you got to understand that it's like one of those things that even... Say you could have picked up the first Pokemon
Yeah.
game and then never played another one, and then you could pick up this opposite and start on Switch.
But I'm not saying
And
like,
then you've got to have, you know...
knowledge of everything.
I'm not
It's
saying
got to be
if they
kind of front
introduce-
line so you can recognise it.
I'm not saying
like
if they
Kate, Chris, she said
introduce
she
it.
only knows all the Gen 1 ones.
I
I'm
only
not
know a
saying
few.
if they introduce
She only
stuff.
cares about my girl.
I'm not saying if they don't introduce stuff to not introduce Gen 1
Yeah.
Mega Evolutions.
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying
absolutely.
don't have it
Or,
overly Gen 1.
no. Absolutely, no, I agree with that, that's what I'm saying. That was what my point was in the first place, that they only did it for Gen 1 and they should kind of branch out a little bit more. But, obviously, like I said, they do bum off Gen 1 a
Did
lot.
they ever what's the oldest character you've ever played as in Pokemon? Are they all
Like
like
15 or
10-year-old?
16.
I feel like they should do a sequel where like
You're
the
an
guy
adult.
from Red and you're an adult.
But they
I want to see
won't
what
because it's a franchise for children.
Yeah, it's a sequel everyone wants, but we're never gonna get. I want to see what happens when you get older.
I want a gritty
You die,
Pokemon
Chris.
where they just
You
give
know, like, do they
people
still
a
go
knife.
around catching Pokemon? Or what?
They
Smash
die.
Bros.
She goes around shanking everyone.
But, like, not Harry.
If it wasn't
Yeah.
for the laws of this land, I would slay you.
It's like that Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but Jigglypuff kills the Pokemon universe. She just goes around killing every
So you're
single
telling me
Pokemon.
what's their life expectancy in the Pokemon world if they all die at age
They're
15?
all shipped off to war. Do you know what? I'm joking, but that's probably legit. Like,
I was going to say, I think you're being serious. I was like, whoa.
that was a
dark
full
backstory.
joke. Pokemon is actually low-key
That
really,
grim.
really dark,
Yeah.
and that wouldn't surprise me.
Send Pokemon to war. There you go.
No, don't send Pokemon to war. I don't even like the
That's
idea.
Something like-
literally
When will my Jiggly return from war?
the plot of Gen 6 is literally why they don't do that.
Oh, wow.
Well, they don't send them
See,
to war.
when they stopped being on Game Boy Advance, I stopped playing.
Is it because there was a whole Pokemon War and like everything got wiped out
Yeah.
or something like that?
They built a machine that absorbed the life of all the Pokemon it nearly destroyed.
Wasn't there like what's the flower? It's not Flabébé, is it?
It is something
No,
like
what?
that.
What? For what?
That is a
What?
Pokemon though,
No, I
right?
ain't got a clue. Don't ask
But it's
me.
not. It's not that one.
It's the evolution of that.
Okay, it's like a flower,
Floette or something.
and
Is it the one that
the
looks
life
like
of it
it's
got
got a
sucked
skirt
out or something.
on?
I
And it
don't
like
know.
dances
That
with the
could be
two
it,
roses in its hands.
And the guy was
No.
so sad he became the main villain or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The
something
guy was
that.
like, I'm so depressed that I did this.
I'm so flower. I'm so sad.
I'm
My
gonna-
flower has wilted.
I'm going to go and be a hobo for 1,000 years
Okay.
and then cry at the end of the game and magically get my Pokemon back.
Oh, okay.
Moving on to the next game before we go down the rabbit hole of Pokemon.
We've already been there. Like
Doom Eternal, sequel to the basically
Doom.
Doom, but like not the original Doom, it's like the remake of
Yeah.
Doom, which was an amazing game and the best Doom ever.
But how can you say that? Because you haven't played it all of them yet. Oh, have you?
Thank you very much.
I played some.
I feel like...
I just didn't play 3.
Oh, okay.
Because 3 was shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is.
But I'm hyped because like that game was amazing and it was one of the best shooters around and it's just one of the most fun games you can ever play.
The VR of that is intense.
And the VR is really good. Hopefully they do like another VR, but not like just an attachment to that game. I don't want that. I want a separate game because the VR one was separate from the first Doom one. But I'm hyped for that, and Doom's just amazing. That's what we'll do. Not much to say about. You can't really say much about Doom because it's the most basic.
I did play the demo of Doom, but I never actually played the
amazing.
game. But I did enjoy what I played.
Mm-hmm.
Very. I would
Definitely.
highly recommend Doom to anyone because Doom's just one of the best games ever. After that, Bayonetta 3. I say after that. These might be come out before.
Absolutely love Bayonetta. So you guys haven't played the second one yet. Do you like Bayonetta, Chris, or do you not really?
Like
No,
Bayonetta.
I was going to say, can you been the lady?
You like
the
to win.
She's a nice lady.
So yeah, I've played the first game millions of times, and I might be playing it for the channel.
I think you should.
Get ready for that. Titty Witch. She's my favourite Titty Witch, and Katie looks exactly like her.
Jake's mum decided to get in contact with me at 3 a.m. in the morning to tell me that she just
3 a.m. in the morning.
In the morning, yes. Exactly where 3 a.m. should be. To tell me that she had just seen me on television, and I was so confused. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
And then didn't you message her being like, she means Bayonetta?
I was like,
the Bayonetta trailer was
Yeah, so I loved the first game. I've played that hundreds of times. I played the second one twice, I think. But it's just really good. Obviously, she's a witch that has magic hair, and she can punch people with it, and she can turn it into monsters.
I'm not gonna lie.
Her hair.
Well, she's got magic titties too.
Her hair is her clothes, and I like this.
if anyone's played Devil May Cry, it's literally
Devil May Cry with a woman.
No, it's literally the flip. So like, she's a witch. Like, well, obviously about the demons and witches, but she hunts angels.
Yeah, she's powered by demons, and she kills that angels.
Wasn't it originally made by the same team that did the original game?
Yeah, isn't it Little Devils or something?
Team Little Devils.
Didn't they like split off from each other?
Oh, maybe.
But then in Bayonetta, it's made by Team Little Angels.
I feel like their teams are very like the names of their teams are very similar. So I feel like they must have been together.
I
at some
was
point.
living for a crossover of Dante and Bayonetta. If them two of them met, that would be the
Can never
most
happen.
X-rated game that's ever existed.
The only place that could ever happen is potentially Smash Bros.
Fan fiction.
Like that's the
And
only
they would
place that
Smash
could
Bros.
ever happen.
But yeah, so I didn't even know there was any like trailer for Bayonetta 3 until yesterday, and there's just like a short little clip. It's not like
it's
a trailer.
not really a trailer.
They started teasing. So I remember Corey busting through the door, like, really seeing this shit.
I've got news!
And he was like showing like Bayonetta clips, and they were showing them 3 times over and over. And me and Corey were like, "This is Bayonetta 3. This is Bayonetta 3," and nothing came of it. And then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh yeah, by the
2
way,
years later,
Bayonetta 3," and we
and
were
we
like,
still haven't got the game.
So yeah, obviously it's not out yet. There's not a release date, but
we know
hopefully
we know what
maybe.
console it's coming to. Switch.
definitely.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, in this little clip, obviously, if you've seen it, she returns to her like first game appearance. I don't know whether that's just because that's her most iconic appearance, so people know who it is, or whether she will be going back to that. But I don't mind because I really like that.
Maybe you'll just get to choose.
Maybe I was a little bit when the second one came out and she'd like got short hair. I was a bit like, ooh, I'm not sure. And then I saw Jean with the long hair, and I was like, oh no, I don't like that.
So Bayonetta's hair is her clothes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if she cuts her hair, does she get less clothes?
No.
That's not how it works, Chris. I don't think she even cut her hair, like, based on...
It's body hair, Chris. She's actually
She's got a long ass arm hair. No. Based on the fact, I think it's like, it's not necessarily that she cuts it, she just like, makes it look like it's short.
Oh, right, okay.
Because obviously,
magic. She's a witch.
It's magic. Yeah, obviously, when you see her use the Wicked Weaves, it kind of, she doesn't go naked. But she kind of does go.
She goes
she may as
well.
She gets like a little strip of hair that covers a little...
Her nips.
Her nippy bits.
Kind of female presenting nipple. No way.
It's no female presenting nipple. So it won't get banned by Tumblr.
Nipple.
But yeah.
We're going to get flagged.
But
when the squad gets flagged.
Squad that gets flagged together stays together.
Jake's just not dabbing.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to whenever it might be out. But
I need to play the second one. Like,
obviously,
so idiot. I was like, when my
Yeah, you just didn't play it.
I had to wait for the Climax Edition to arrive.
Just go Wii U first.
And then I was like, you know what? I'll play 1 before I play 2.
Which is what you have to do.
Got to this level that I absolutely hate.
Absolutely.
And then just forgot.
No, you don't have to. But it's the done thing, because when I got it, I actually played the first one about 3 times again before I played the second one. That's how I'm in too deep with Bayonetta. You don't understand. Little bit of a spoiler, like in the second one, you don't just fight angels, you fight demons as well.
Demons.
Which is pretty awesome, to be fair.
To be fair, they're after
really
her
cool.
in the first one, aren't they?
I suppose technically, yeah.
Because they're like, if you go down to hell, bitch, you
You ain't coming back.
They are not happy with you.
They ain't happy. So that's what I'm saying, like, you go from fighting angels in the first one to fighting angels and demons in the second one, so what the hell are you going to be fighting in the third one? I have no idea. Probably demigods. No, I don't know. Dangels.
You never know.
I reckon it could be something to do with like the Purgatorio, like the spirit realm.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the
Smash Bros spirits.
When I saw the little trailer thing the other day, it had kind of like a ethereal figure, and I don't know whether that's, I don't know.
No, it's me.
Maybe it is you. It looked like you. No, it didn't. But I thought, well, they've done the good side, they've done the bad side. What else can you do? The middle side, unless you just start actually kicking humans around. Which would be fun.
There'd be no like competition though. There would be no competition.
No, you should just stick a stiletto straight into the eyeball, and that'll be it. Like, you'd be gone.
I'd play that game.
Me too. Bayonetta could stick a stiletto in my eyeball any day.
Mummy.
I'll be sat with me.
But yeah, so whether it's out this year or not, no idea. But
we're hyped.
Hopefully.
Very anticipated.
I need the special edition because I've got the Climax edition.
But what about
So
if when you buy the third one, you get the first one and the second one again?
I don't care if that's what it costs.
If that's what it takes.
to get the
That's why
next
I've not
special
been.
edition.
That's why I didn't get the Kingdom Hearts 3 special edition.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do I get? It's like a steelbook and Kingdom Hearts 1 to HD 0.5.
And you've got all
and
those.
some awful figures.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
I didn't get that either.
I've already got half of that. So
I got
yeah. You guys really need to play Bayonetta 2.
I do. I'm working.
Or you can just sit
Watch
with
a
me while I
playthrough.
do a playthrough,
I'll come
obviously.
and sit and watch and I'll be like, oh damn.
She's trying
damn.
watching me play what Bayonetta 1, and she's just telling me off half the time.
Sounds like what you do.
Yeah.
You're not doing it right, Chris! You're doing it wrong!
Like, use witch time! It's like, what's witch time? And I'm like,
There was a bit at the beginning of the second one where I was playing it and I was just like, what? So, yeah, look forward to that when the playthrough comes.
Next on the list we got Ghost of Tsushima, which is a game from PlayStation. You know what game that is. It's the one where the ninjas.
It's got ninjas.
for those who are listening, there is a really blank expression on my face. I have no clue what Chris is talking about.
They showed it at E3, and basically ninjas
is
fighting
it the
with
one where they
swords.
fought in the temple with all the red leaves around?
Yeah, yeah.
And as they were moving, the red leaves like flew up.
What are they called? Pink
The
blossoms.
Sakura blossoms.
That was all falling. It was really
Some
cool.
Miyake shit.
I'll show you the trailer after this.
Okay.
So it's Ninja Gaiden, which I've never played.
Oh, that's amazing, that game.
Basically. But it's made by PlayStation, and it
does
it
look
looks sick.
Now I know what game you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
When I was writing the list down, I was like, I don't know what that is.
No one knows how to spell it either. It's got a T, and Kate's put
Don't shame me.
Shashima, and it's got a T at the start.
I don't know. I'm dyslexic.
Well, maybe it's
You actually
sashimi
just
and we'll
spell
all
that.
get to eat raw chicken and
Yeah.
salmon. I'll just do that.
Stop,
But
stop being
it
mean
looks
to me.
really good. It looks like it's got like climbing and stuff like Assassin's Creed as well.
Oh,
so
great.
it's third person.
That's what we all
It's-
need.
Then way back
It look, it's got the fighting looks
Best
sort of
part
like
any Assassin's
The
Creed game.
Witcher fighting.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
could be good.
You're turning me off.
I'll show you the trailer. You'll be
You'll be turned on by the end.
Oh.
But like it looks like some of the fights like really dramatic as well because they're like it's just really it's really good. It looks really good. I'm hyped for it, and hopefully it comes out this year. We don't even know, but who knows with PlayStation these days? They're not even at E3, so
We ain't going now.
Come out tomorrow for a week.
I am not surprised because their E3 last year was
It was
absolutely
to be fair, the games they showed were good, but
It
they
was
just
tragic.
didn't show much.
It was
But their getting ready for PlayStation 5 this year. I'm telling you, they're announcing the PlayStation 5 this year.
Do you think it'll come next year?
Yeah, because they're not going to E3. They said they're going to do something.
Or do you think I'll say, right, we're working on it, it's going to be available in 2024?
Now I reckon I'll have the conference. They'll
This
announce
isn't
it.
Square Enix.
Yeah, they'll announce it and I'll just show a bunch of games for it because
Yeah.
they're not at E3, but they said they're doing something big this year.
Well, they better have something like big planned for like the premiere games, otherwise it's going to bomb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because we don't need it.
Avengers
No.
game.
We're at that stage now
Cool,
where
man.
we've got like
That'll be a
we've got
premiere
the One
game.
X. It's like it has to be able to do something really amazing for people to train in the
Well,
consoles.
what has always sold PlayStation is the games,
Yeah.
not the exclusives, and that's been
Obviously,
shown
like
with
when PS4
so-
came out, it was like, you've got an instant share button, you can just share to all your friends, you can share to YouTube, you can share to Facebook, you
one
can share
needs
to
that.
Twitter.
And then the Xbox come out and
Well-
they're like, it's like £200 more expensive and you can't share games. And so everyone was like, I don't need that.
And now,
Miss me with that
and
shit.
now it's like switch places where
Yeah.
Xbox is doing everything the gamers want,
Yeah.
and PlayStation's like, oh,
It's Phil
I
Spencer.
suppose we'll do it now. Everyone's doing it.
Phil Spencer. I love Phil Spencer.
You say that, but you tried to take a screenshot yesterday and both of you didn't know how. And Jake had to Google it, so...
Because I've never
The
actually
Xbox
thought
really
about
needs
it.
to improve its layout.
Yeah, that's always been a thing.
Awful.
Right? That's always
It's
been a
actually
thing.
awful.
Moving on from Ghost of Tsushima, because there's not really much to say about it. It's just, it's one of
It
those.
is what it is, we don't
Ninjas.
really...
Ninjas fighting.
Got
And who
ninjas!
doesn't love ninjas fighting?
Maybe a ghost.
Really dramatically.
Who knows?
You got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. It's free, isn't
It
it?
looks
Yeah.
awful. It looks
No.
like a it looks like a
The
mobile
graphics
game.
don't
We've
look
got
that
very
awful.
varying,
Views
like,
on it.
conflicting, views.
I personally
because-
think it looks alright.
Yeah.
Because it's a Switch game.
I think it looks sick,
It's a
I'm not
big-
gonna lie.
Get for Switch, because it's an exclusive
It
one.
is, to be
That
fair.
is a big get for Switch. Cause like, and you know what? Looking at the older games, that's perfect for the Switch.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think.
it's a good fit. I just think
It could be
graphically it does look like a mobile game.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
give it
graphically, it hasn't really. It looks worse than the last Ultimate Alliance
that.
game.
I'm not gonna lie. Graphically and from the videos I've seen, it kind of looks like Marvel Future Fight, which is a
mobile
mobile game.
game.
Like, visually, it does look like it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I need to
But,
see
I mean-
some proper gameplay rather than a cinematic
Yeah,
trailer.
I mean, the visuals in that game don't really matter that much.
I think it
It's
has
gameplay.
really
It
good
does.
It's the
potential.
gameplay and the co-op of it.
But it's about superheroes fighting, and you don't want that to look sick.
No,
It
it-
has
Yeah.
to look sick.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not. The gameplay. Gameplay's the key to that game. If anything.
When
And
I was
and
watching the
co-op.
trailer, honestly, I saw Rocket Raccoon and I was like, oh my god,
Like, you play that game, you can kick ass as superheroes and play it as anyone you want, basically.
Yeah, but it
I
looks.
think there's quite a
The
large
big thing for that
roster
game
now,
is the
isn't there?
roster.
Yeah,
And
They
which
need to announce a
I
full
think it
roster.
looks pretty cool, yeah.
Can I be Electro again? Because that's what we. I
When
used to
we
be
had that
Electro.
like 6 squad all
We
in
would
like
have
black
that
leather
black.
outfits.
Yeah, that was sick. That
Can I be
was.
Daredevil? I like Bird Box myself.
Okay, Sandra Bullock, calm down.
You have to play it with the limitations of the character that you're playing. as.
yeah.
Someone's got to put me in the ground and they get me back.
Put me in the ground and I'll get myself back.
I've got to break
I'm
my
a
own
strong,
hands.
independent leader of the hand that don't need no man.
Except she does though.
Except she does. She needs that Daredevil D.
DDD.
She needs that DDT.
Triple D.
Diners, drive-ins and dives.
So I want to see. If
I want to play as Guy Fieri.
I want to see if it
And his
actually
frosted
links
tips.
into the old two.
I think it will.
I hope so.
It's made by the
Who's
same
it with
studio.
it?
I really
No, I
liked
think
the
that
original
studio's
games.
like,
I think they're really
Yeah,
good.
makes sense.
My favourite / worst part of the first game was going to Mephisto's realm
Oh, God.
Mephisto's Realm.
because.
Mephisto's Realm is
Damn.
the Fade / Deep Roads of that game. As is
But I
the
love it
world.
though. Like I hate it, but I love it. I remember one of the puzzles I just couldn't work out for the life of me.
Murder
then
World.
you have
maybe
to,
I wanna
like-
murder myself.
I love Murder World as well. Like
Everything
just
you
the
punch-
aesthetic and everything's
No,
like goofy,
It pisses me off, man. Every time you punch something,
and you've got clowns that are going, "Don't run away, stay and play."
That's terrifying.
literally, it made me want to hang myself. That's how bad it was. So none of that shit.
Don't bring that back, bitch.
Hopefully it'll be
Or Jay will cut someone.
Did that not have a release date? I thought it did.
I don't know. I don't know.
I loved the bit where when we were playing together and we were in Doctor Doom's castle, and I went, "They sent Doctor Doom's castle," and you went, "I know something seems off," and I'm like, "You break down the pillars and it's got like those
Yeah.
spiral things in the middle." I'm like, "This is that
Fuck
fun fair.
that.
This is that fucking fun fair.
And I was like, do you know what? This is it for tonight. I'm not ready.
This is that fucking fun fair. It's going up again."
Also coming up, we've got Luigi's Mansion 3. It's 3, isn't it?
It is 3,
Yes.
yeah. So, I love Luigi's Mansion. Obviously, I never played it on the GameCube, but obviously the Wii had backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
So, for the first time, I played it on the Wii with the GameCube controller, and I loved it. It's just so unique, and it's really charming.
Basically, Ghostbusters Luigi, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Luigi's the best.
And I love all the portrait ghosts in it, because they're all so unique. And they're just really good, and there's like, some of them are funny, and some of them are really sad. Like, there's a one girl that she's like,
Is
her
that like
bed's
a
on the
proper
roof.
story?
Yeah, there's a proper story.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, basically, the mansion appears overnight.
Mm.
And it's basically the ghosts that have made it, and once you, spoilers, if you don't, I mean, it's an old game, but if you haven't played Luigi's Mansion or seen anything
So
about
it's
it by
not
now,
Luigi
once you
doesn't
finish
own
the
mansion.
game and you've like got rid of all of the ghosts, the mansion just disappears.
So it's not in fact Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, it's not his.
Well, technically it
Does
is,
he have
because
the
the
deed to
premise
the
of the
mansion?
game is that he's won this mansion in a contest
Okay.
that he didn't enter. So suspicious.
Spooky.
Beware of scammers. Beware of great grandfathers from Nigeria that are ready to give you all the money, because it's just not going to happen.
We
So
need that,
he's won this
that
mansion.
old guy from daytime television to come prove it's a scam.
Oh, no, exactly. He was on this morning. He's always angry. I think his name's Martin something.
Something like
Martin
I don't
Lewis.
even- I don't even know.
That's
Yeah,
not-
probably.
I think I know you mean.
He's so angry.
But yeah, so he's won this mansion, and then he goes there and he meets Professor Regard, who
Regard.
he is the inventor of the Poltergust 3000, the vacuum that obviously sucks up all the ghosts. And he also invented Flood, if you've played Mario Sunshine, who's the little
The backpack thing.
the backpack thing that fires the water, the whole like the main part of the game.
It's just important to get rid of all the like paint.
To get rid of the paint, Splatoon.
It's the opposite of Splatoon.
I'd watch that
You
again.
gotta get rid of them.
Anti-Splatoon. Yeah, I'd play as Mario in Splatoon, just like fucking everyone up. And so he reveals that he's like a renowned ghost hunter, and he's put all the ghosts into these paintings, but obviously this mansion's popped up, and the boos have stole all the paintings and
love the boos.
brought all the
I love the
ghosts
Are the
back
Boo's
out.
ghosts? They are, aren't
They are, yeah. Yeah. Obviously, in the game, you have to collect 50 boos as well, and then you have to fight, again, spoilers, but it's an old game, so you have to fight Boolassus at the
they? I
end,
feel like
which is a giant boo. He's like,
Giant boo.
oh, actually, no, Boolassus isn't the end game one, but there is a Boolassus boss fight where it's made up of like 20 smaller boos, and you have to pop him and freeze the individual boos and then just suck them up. But yeah, at the end of the game, you have to fight King
This
Boo.
is very like this is science behind this game, guys.
Oh,
Like, you
it's
know.
great, mate. I've played this game and I've watched about 10 playthroughs of this game. It never gets old for me. Yeah, but as I didn't have a Wii U, which no one did. Let's be
Corey was
honest.
the only one. I
Sorry,
know.
Nintendo, you failed.
Corey
there.
had the Wii U. He had 4 games. And he only opened 1.
Yeah, because I never had a Wii U, I never had Luigi's Mansion 2, so I've never actually played
As
it.
if they released it on there.
It's really well. They released Bayonetta 2 on there as well, didn't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
So
bring it all to Switch.
Yeah, look at all these games that are coming out like now on the Switch. They're doing really well. That were on the Wii
The
U.
Wii U.
That just shows.
it's just because the
console
Wii U was a
being
failed
shite.
console. Like, sorry, but it was. There's just no getting around it.
They
Thank
know.
you.
They know.
Next.
Nintendo know.
But obviously, they are. Well, I think they're re-releasing Luigi's Mansion 2.
I
on Switch.
assume they will.
I
do.
I hope they will. Because if they don't, I'm just going to have not
Right.
played an entire installment, but you know, whatever.
Whatever floats your boat.
But I've heard that in the second one, there isn't any portrait ghost in it. They're all just like generic ghost enemies, but so I don't know about that. And obviously the third one, I haven't actually seen the trailer. That's really bad. I'm really excited. The thing is, I try not to look at
You don't
too
want
much
too much
content for
spoilers.
these things,
Yeah.
because I'd rather just play it.
I want a crossover.
But basically, the
with
trailer
Project
was
Zero.
him.
Oh my
Luigi
God.
dying.
I'm screaming.
In what?
I think the Grim Reaper kills Luigi, doesn't he?
Oh shit! Yeah, rest in fucking peace, Luigi.
He's back alive now, apparently.
Yeah, it's fine.
Spoilers, bitch. I just told you, don't watch the trailers for spoilers. Anyway, yeah, so I think it'll probably be good. I like the first one. I like what I've seen from the second one, and it's just a really... And it lets Luigi be in the spotlight for once instead
Yeah,
of Mario
yeah.
taking
I
the...
love Luigi.
the
He's just so
spotlight all
much
the
better
time.
than Mario. Mario's so
Mario's
What we need
pussy.
next is Waluigi's Mansion, because
Oh
I'll play
my
the shit
God.
out of that.
just mad shit in there.
Just
It's not
mad
even
shit.
ghosts, it's
It's
just
not
mad
even
shit.
ghosts.
It's like when you clean your room and you find all this mad shit that you used to
And you
have.
sit there
Yeah.
playing with it
That's
for
what
10,
you should
20
He
do.
looks like a magician, Waluigi, I think.
Oh my God,
A
it should be
magician?
magic stuff
Yeah,
then.
he looked like he should be a magician.
Wow!
Just it goes perfectly.
Just doves pop out of everything.
Another game, obviously quite a big game. We've got Last of Us 2. Any of you play Last of Us?
I didn't like
I
it.
started
the
it.
controls were so bad that I
Yeah,
actually...
the controls.
No,
I tried, and
now,
the
did you
story was
play
so
it?
like the gameplay was so basic. It's like there's clickers in there. We've got to go around, and you go around and they're like, oh, there's soldiers over there. We've got to go inside, and that's
When you tried to play
everything.
it, what was it on? PS4?
Yeah.
See, yeah, a lot of people who tried to play the remaster on PS4 found the controls just...
Who makes it?
Naughty Dog?
Naughty Dog. People who make
Are they in
Uncharted.
any way affiliated with the people who make Life is Strange?
No.
Because there was
No,
a Last
anyway.
of Us reference in Life is Strange too.
I don't know.
Wasn't there like loads of references in Life is Strange?
Fucking
Wasn't there like an Assassin's... Didn't you show me a whole shelf that was full of things? Oh no, that might have been a
That
dream
was
actually.
in Assassin's Creed, and it was
Yeah.
there was like a
Yeah,
Cactuar.
I saw that,
Yeah, I saw
I've seen
that. When you
I'm just
unfortunately
on my
have to
mad
go
shit again.
outside
yeah.
for the animus, and it's the worst thing that's ever
Yeah.
happened to you.
But yeah, Last of Us 2. This time you get to play as Ellie, which
Great.
everyone wants
Cool.
because she's just a better character, in my opinion. And
Guess she didn't die in the first one then.
Spoilers.
I'm a bit worried though because Joel is apparently in it, but he's not in any of the trailers or.
He's probably
gameplay
dead.
or
He's probably
anything.
dead.
I'm
and
kind of
Ellie
thinking
probably
he's dead.
sees- She probably sees him as like some coping mechanism.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
and that's going to hurt my soul.
You're gonna pull some Hill House.
That sounds like a game that is very dear to my heart. And there's a bit in the DLC where that is something that happens.
Right.
And
What game?
Bioshock
Oh.
Infinite.
I thought it would be on that.
It's Bioshock is just like my favourite franchise. But in the last piece of DLC for Bioshock Infinite, and again spoilers obviously, the protagonist from the main part of the game
Booker.
is gone. Yeah, and
Also, Troy Baker.
he's gone, and so you are left to play as Elizabeth, who in the main part of the story has to pick her up and wipe away his debt because he's been gambling and drinking. I have been drinking anyway. You go on this adventure together. They get really close, and whatever happens, I'm not gonna go into the details of it because it's a really good game. Play it yourself. So the protagonist goes away, and then because she misses him so much, she just like imagines that he's there, and so when you're speaking to someone in the game, you get like a little picture of them pop up in a radio, and that still happens, and it's like, where are you? Where are you? And he's like, mate, this is in your head. What are you on about?
Yeah.
So she just kind of talks to him to console herself.
I feel like that would be
And
very similar.
so
She
maybe-
needs a therapist.
Yeah, she does.
Well, she would.
Is she dead?
Well,
no, I want to play this game.
But
but
She needs a mortician.
but I think that bit is a similar situation in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I think it sounds
I'm
like
hoping
it could
not. I hope he's alive still. There's a bunch of new characters like Laura Bailey's in it now as well. Apparently.
Laura Bailey's in everything. She's the queen.
That's not
She's
news.
the queen.
But
I assume.
She's literally plays the queen.
they haven't really given much away. But like apparently the story's like just as good as the first one, which is what made the first one good. It wasn't the gameplay. I'll be honest. It's not. Like the
What
game.
is a clicker? Is it a fungus?
It's like
Yeah,
looks
sort
like-
of.
It's
It's like a
so-
zombie, but it's a
it's
fungus.
It's the most
Yeah,
advanced one,
Okay.
isn't it?
It looks like severe case of athlete's foot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
what
That's
it
what it
is.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
But
Athlete's
I'm
face.
hyped for it. It's one of the best story in a game that I've played for like this decade. So,
Forever.
yeah. So like I'm hyped to see how they carry it on because I was always on the side of the thing where like, I don't think it needed a
Needed another
sequel.
one,
I
yeah.
thought it ended where it ended, and that was a good ending. They didn't need to carry on, but they are, which makes sense because
Yeah.
that cash dollar. But,
Money, money.
I'm interested to see
It's
how
one of those
how
where
they take
maybe
it.
not necessarily the characters have more to say, but
That's
the
a wild-
universe
you-
itself might have more
which was,
to kind of...
that's what I
That's
thought
it.
they should have done.
That's true because I think that about a lot of games. I'm like, I don't need to see you again, but I would like to see this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what I thought they should have done. They carried on with different characters, but they carried
That's how
on
I
with the
feel
same
about
characters. So, but apparently,
Unless she dies in the first 5
Ellie-
minutes and you just
Ellie-
take over from
right,
someone
yeah.
else, but okay.
Could you even imagine the
Few
outrage?
minutes.
from my guess on the story is that someone kills Ellie's girlfriend, and that's why she wants like super revenge.
Probably.
She doesn't just want revenge, she wants
Super revenge, like
No, they
she's
can't do that.
she's
The,
out for
the
revenge.
LGBT will kick off.
To be fair, in movies and games, it's always the gays that die.
That's true.
So moving on, we've got the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
I'm super excited for this.
It's a long name for a game.
It is. Well, they're obviously planning on doing this Star
saying it, and I'm
Wars.
like,
They're obviously planning on doing the Star Wars Jedi series.
Yeah. Because it's
isn't that
Jedi.
already a series?
Probably.
Like,
but
isn't
ain't
Star
canon no
Wars
more.
It's
Jedi
called the
Outcast?
Star Wars
Isn't that a
series.
thing?
Not canon.
They're not canon anymore.
So this is set
Maybe
in
they're
between.
rebooting it.
Maybe.
You know
This
it's
is
a
set
lie.
just after Revenge of the Sith.
The
You're
best
playing as a Padawan who survives Order 66. That's pretty much all we know. There's been a bit of leaks that we're not sure whether they're true or not. That it all involved the Inquisitors from the comics and Rebels.
Ooh.
I like that.
It just sounds really interesting. I'm glad EA, after how many years have they had the Star Wars license, are finally doing a Star Wars
nearly
story
10.
game. I mean, they've done Battlefront 2, but I'm not going to count that. The story was okay in Battlefront 2. It was short,
no.
and it needed
No.
a lot more. It needed to be,
Again.
not,
No, to be fair, because I watched you play the story,
yeah.
and I think the story was actually really good. It was quite,
It was
for an original story.
It was interesting, but it was just too short.
It was
You
too
could
quick.
Do it in an hour.
You were like, this bitch would live and die for the Empire.
Yeah,
And then one mission later, she's like, well, I guess the Empire.
What annoyed me like
Yeah.
that about that
I guess
was
it's fuck the Empire.
they did the prequel book, and all those characters had so much backstory
Yeah.
and so much character into them that it didn't come across in the video game.
Yeah.
It was annoying.
They just needed to, if they'd have done it as a full story mode, and it wasn't tacked onto Battlefront 2, that would have been amazing.
Which it always was going to be, because it's Battlefront.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They just need to do separate story games.
Yeah.
Yeah, which this
This
will
is,
be.
hopefully. That's all we, like, that's literally all we know, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, literally, like, I remember in the conference, in the EA conference, that she went to that guy, and he was wearing a hat. I just remember his hat.
He was
And
drunk
and
as
yeah.
fuck.
He didn't look very prepared, did he? He was like, it's not coming out this year. It's next year.
He made that title up on the spot.
Yeah. I feel like, is it Star Wars, the Jedi Fallen Order,
What,
or
like
is it Star Wars
Cola?
Jedi?
It's Star Wars Jedi,
Jedi
Fallen Order.
Mm.
Like Star
Okay.
Wars Knights of the Republic 2. The Sith Wars.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we need a good Star Wars game because we haven't had one
We do.
for like God knows how long.
Since at least 2004.
Since original Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Before Kingdom Hearts 2. That's how long we've been waiting for a good Star Wars game.
In fact, do you know what? I'm going to say Star Wars The Old Republic is a good game.
Yeah, it's not bad for what it is. It's an
Yeah.
MMO, but I'm not that excited.
No.
And there was a lot of people who are.
You don't really need to be.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
I played it and I enjoyed it. It's just it's very long. I can't.
Yeah, it
It's
is a
long.
very long game. Because of the 8 separate stories.
Yeah, and it was just like I don't like going around the game with like people I don't like people
Same.
because you just get it just ruins your immersion in the Star Wars universe when someone comes up to you and just start doing this. It's like,
Chris is one of those neckbeards who's like, immersion.
Immersion.
I can't play Battlefront 2 because Darth Vader's on a planet they shouldn't be on.
no, I don't care about that. It's just yeah.
I can't play because Kylo Ren's alive at the same time as Darth Vader. It's just not supposed to happen.
That did
Chris,
bug me
Chris.
slightly.
You did say when that game got released.
When Rey was fighting Yoda, I was like, no.
I think not.
Oh,
I think fucked.
He's there with his phone like, according to Wikipedia.
I do frequent that much.
It's pretty good to be fair.
Oh
my
God.
But
We've all
yeah.
got heat stroke now. It's
Yeah.
been
It's
just
really
so
hot in this room.
It's been too long.
But yeah, they're the games we're looking forward to in 2019.
Pretty much.
There might be a few more that could come in 2019, but I can't see.
The
You
rest
know
of
what
them
I'm
can
looking
rock,
forward
it's
to playing
cool.
most in 2019? Men.
Myself.
Okay. Interesting.
I need water.
I need hydration, I'm dying. Is this a fever dream?
But yeah, that was Game Chat episode 10. This will be available on audio podcasts on iTunes, SoundCloud, and on YouTube as a full-length video.
Bit of a long one, but hope you enjoy
Yeah.
Also,
Nearly 2 hours.
can we set up a Patreon so we can afford like a desk fan?
I do have a desk
I
fan
have
somewhere.
got a fan. I just didn't bring it.
It's
I'll
just not
bring
very
it
good.
next
But then we can't have the fan because of the microphone. Yeah.
Oh no. We need just one of those.
Somebody invent a soundless fan.
We'll
Pretty
need
sure
to go.
Dyson have got one of those, haven't they?
If they do, please let us know in the
Cold air.
comments.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
We need to get on those.
But yeah,
Again, the picture.
let us know in the comments what games you're looking forward to in 2019, and whether you agree with our opinions.
And tell us why you're looking forward to them as well, so
Yeah.
maybe we can get hype over them too.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
But yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye. If you like that video and want to see more like it, then click this playlist button here. If you happen to want to subscribe to us and check out all our content, then click this amazing, sexy button right here. Look how enticing it is. You know you want to click it. And if you're already subscribed to us, well then you are already an awesome human being.